are back on the road and start game one of their three-game road trip as they take on the South Dakota Coyotes. Hi, everybody. This is Connor Clark here on the ORU Sports Network. So glad you could join us for a Thursday night full of hoops and the first meeting between Oral Roberts and South Dakota this season as we are about halfway through conference play. And, well, ORU trying to get off what is that 10-game losing streak. Currently 5-17, 0-7 in the conference, and South Dakota at an even 11-11 on the year and 3-4 in the Summit League. Let's get to know the Coyotes for tonight's matchup, as last time out they come off of a 90-78 loss against St. Thomas on this floor on Saturday, a game in which they gave up 53 points in the second half to the Tommies. Jordan Crawford led the team with 22 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Uzziah Bunton had a really nice day, 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, and Ethan Kaiser pitched in 11 points. It was the second straight game that South Dakota has been missing their leading scorer and the top scorer in the Summit League, and that's Isaac Bruns, averaging 20.8 points per game. That ranks 17th in the entire country. So obviously a big injury there, and while injuries have been the big story for South Dakota this season, they've had in total 8 injuries, and they've even had to bring in some midseason additions at the beginning of January. But some notable names: Ashton Smith, the former ORU Golden Eagle, he's out for the remainder of the season. Josiah Dotzler, a brand new transfer, he got hurt in the offseason, transfer from Creighton and St. Louis. And then, of course, Isaac Bruns has missed his last 2 games. Vince Buzelis has missed a few games. He's expected to maybe play tonight, but we'll keep an eye on that storyline. But those are just some names that have been injured, and some pretty key names at that for South Dakota. So Silas Benyon, a midseason add, he made his first start at Omaha, which was a 68-64 win. That was the first game that South Dakota learned that they would not have Isaac Bruns, yet they go on the road to Baxter Arena and they defeat the Omaha Mavericks. So he's been pretty impressive ever since joining the roster. We'll get into more of him and the other addition as the broadcast goes on. Trent Hudgens, that other midseason addition in the beginning of January. But if you remember South Dakota from last year, well, it's a team that, like to press a lot, and unfortunately for them, they're running out of bodies to do so. So they haven't done it as much this season. But if you also remember, it's a team that likes to score a ton, but they also give up a ton on the defensive end, and it's more the same story this season. They average 82.1 points per game, which is second in the conference. However, they give up 82.7 points per game, which is 8th, second to last in the Summit League. And last year, they averaged 85 a game. They gave up nearly 84 a game, and they're only 6th in the Summit League in field goal percentage despite all the scoring output at 46.1%. They're third, however, in three-point percentage. This is a team that can fill it up from outside. They shoot it at just over 35.5% from beyond the arc. At home this year, the Coyotes have been really good, 9-3, and they're averaging 87.2 points per game in this building, and they only give up 76.5 points per game in this building. So a little bit contrary to the overall number in which they allow at 82.7. It significantly goes down when they're playing at home here in Vermilion. They have scored 80 or more in 5 of the last 6 home games, and in that stretch, it has featured 2 90-plus point performances. So the offense as well as the defense hums in this building for the hosting Coyotes. Now, this Coyote team, we mentioned, it's been injury-riddled from start to finish. It's really been one of the biggest storylines in the Summit League this season. And despite those injuries, they're 3-4 in conference play. They continue to find a way to win. Their 3 wins in conference play: at home against Denver on the 10th of January, 82-72. On the 15th of January at home against Kansas City, they score a season-high 99 as they beat the Roos 99-83. And then, of course, most recently, they go on the road to Omaha on January the 21st, and they beat the Mavericks 68-64, despite missing their leading scorer in Isaac Bruns. And, of course, they come off that loss against the Tommies where they failed to reach 80 points. No Isaac Bruns yet again. He will not play here tonight. He's got a boot on his foot, and he is in street clothes. So that is a major, major development for this ORU squad. And again, one of the best scorers, not only in the conference, but in the entire country at 20.8 points per game. He was down on my players to watch just in case he did play, but unfortunately for him and for the Coyotes, he will be out. He also pitches in 5.1 rebounds and 1.2 assists per game as well. But ever since he's been out, it's been the Jordan Crawford show. He has stepped up in a massive way. He's the team's second leading scorer in general at just over 13 points a game, 3 rebounds, 1.4 assists per game. But over the last three, he's averaging 24.3, and he scored 27 and 22 in the two games that Isaac Bruns has been sidelined with that injury. The third and final player to watch is Cam Fens, a returner from last year, 7 feet and every bit of 250 pounds, actually probably even more than that on the season. He leads the Summit League in rebounds per game at 7.9, and he is second in field goal percentage at 58.5. And, of course, a lot of his attempts coming right around the rim with his size. He has not attempted a three this season. On the other side for the Golden Eagles, well, they come off of what was a drubbing against North Dakota State, 86-58 at home on Saturday. Tay Smith of North Dakota State, of course, knocked down 8 threes on 10 attempts. He had 24 and 4 for the Bison. For ORU, only one scorer in double figures. That was Ofri Neve, 12 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Martins Killips with a career-high 9 to go along with 3 rebounds. And Ty Harper with 8 points and 2 assists. And the big storyline offensively there for ORU is no field goal attempts in 25 minutes for Connor Dow. That is something I never thought I would be saying, but Connor Dow, no shot attempts against the Bison. And, well, that feeds into my next storyline is the offense has been stalling, and it's been stalling in a pretty big way over this 10-game skid. ORU's averaging 65 points a game in that 10-game skid, and that's 7 below their season average of 72 points a game. They're allowing 77.3 points per game over said stretch, and they're only shooting 40% for the field and just 28% from 3 in that 10-game losing streak. To feed into the losing streak, well, the road losing streak has continued. The nation's longest, unfortunately, for ORU is at 30 games. The last time they won a road game, it was at Montana State on January the 3rd of 2024. That was 757 days ago. So ORU trying to get that monkey off their back finally here tonight. Can they do it with the injury-riddled South Dakota Coyotes? They've lost 3 road games this year by a combined 7 points. That's Florida Gulf Coast, Missouri State, and North Dakota State. So that will do it for the first portion of our Empire Fence pregame show. But as the pregame show rolls on, we'll talk to Isaac Green, who had tonight's scout, and get to know the South Dakota Coyotes a little bit more and get his take on tonight's matchup. And then after that, we'll get to starting lineups and tip-off. So don't go anywhere. The Empire Fence pregame show continues right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC. Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
This is number 5, Connor Down. You're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Golden Eagle Basketball is right around the corner. Time to get you geared up with everything you need to know with the Empire Fence pregame interview. Here's Connor Clark.
Welcome back to the Empire Fence pregame show. It's pregame interview time. Connor Clark now joined by assistant coach Isaac Green ahead of Oral Roberts and South Dakota. First meeting of the year between the Golden Eagles and the Coyotes. And Coach, obviously a weird year for South Dakota. A lot of injuries, a couple of new faces being added mid-season, yet they still continue to find a way to have success in conference. 3 wins in the Summit League already under their belt. And just watching this team, how have they been able to sustain that type of success despite all the injuries that they've had to endure?
Yeah, it's like each time I watch a game, I feel like I'm watching a new team. But what the staff and the players have done is a really good job in terms of playing to their strengths each game based on who's available. Obviously, Fens is a big part of that, number 54. Their experience big. who seems to be a sure place for them to go with the ball, whether that's to create offense for himself or you bring a double team and he's able to give those perimeters some opportunities to shoot or attack closeouts. They've done a good job of adjusting game to game, and we've got to do the same tonight.
Now, big story coming into tonight is Isaac Bruns. He's missed the last two. He's the team's leading scorer. He's top 20 in the country in scoring. He leads the Summit League in scoring, so you get the idea. Really good player. And he's missed the last two games. Unsure if he'll play tonight, but what kind of presence does he bring? And, again, how does that shake things up if he can't go?
Yeah, anytime you insert a 20-point-per-game scorer, that changes the dynamics of not only their team, but our team in terms of how we're going to attack them and how we want to defend them. But he's a very good player, plays really nicely within the context of their system, and, of course, will add a significant boost should he be healthy to play.
And while he's been out, it's been Jordan Crawford who's really stepped into that leading scorer role in a big way. He's averaging 24.5 points per game over his last three, had 27 in their win at Omaha, a game that I don't think many people thought they were going to win, especially after the Bruns news came out. And when you look at his game, he's a guy who averages 13.3 normally, so he's the second leading scorer on this team, but he's really picked it up over the last few weeks.
Yeah, it's been incredible to watch him out there playing with the confidence that he is and having fun doing his job and playing with an enthusiasm that I think is affecting the other players in a really positive way. But like you said, he's shooting 7.5 threes per game at close to 47% in the conference. So he's a guy that we're going to have to be very alert to in terms of where he is at all times. And we've got to do a good job of not contesting his shots, but taking them away altogether.
You mentioned Fens earlier, obviously a really big body, 7 feet, pretty much all at 250. And when you look at his post play, he's not necessarily a guy you're super worried about scoring, but of course his rebounding ability is second to none.
Yeah, he's one of the best offensive rebounders in our league, and he's just got so much size and weight, man. Like a 270 pounds versus 220 pounds just is what it is, regardless of the fight level and the toughness. So he's able to move guys pretty well and create opportunities that are really close to the basket. But for us, the focus is just eliminating angles and trying to make him make tough shots over the top of length.
And South Dakota's really kind of stuck with their on-brand approach when it comes to points that they score per game and the points that they allow per game. They average just over 82 a game. They give up just over 82 a game. Very similar to the numbers last year, kind of opposite ends of the spectrum. And when you face a team that can fill it up and then not really back it up on the defensive end, i.e. Denver's probably a good example. How do you go about learning from that performance? Because you guys were able to play very well offensively. It was just the defensive end that really kind of snake bit you.
Right. I think the focus is just keeping your composure and your poise in order to play the next play, right? Like if you make a shot, have the maturity and the poise to be able to respond and play the next play the right way. If you miss a shot, have the maturity and the poise to be able to respond and play the next play the right way. They're going to make plays in the game. So are we. And I think the focus for 40 minutes has to be just staying in the moment and responding to what's next.
Now, of course, this has been a streak that nobody envisioned preseason, but there have been some bright spots, and I want to turn the page over to Chase Martin and his play over the last few. He's averaging 8.5 points, 5 rebounds over the last 2 games, got his first 2 starts as a Golden Eagle, and it just really feels like the energy that he's brought in fulfilling that role has kind of rejuvenated some of the lineup.
Absolutely. Chase is a professional just in terms of how he studies and how he prepares and how he's really leaned into learning a new system with new coaches, with new demands and new expectations. And I'm just proud that he's able to put it out there on the floor on game night.
And offensively, too, you guys are averaging 65 a game over this stretch. And when you look at it, obviously the defenses that you've faced have had somewhat to do with that. But when you go kind of regrouping on the offensive side of the ball, how do you go about that as a coaching staff, and what areas do you want to address the most?
Yeah, to your point, you give credit to some of the opponents that we've played. They've done a good job of pressuring us and making us feel uncomfortable and challenging our shots to the point where we haven't had the success that we'd like to have on offense. But for us, it's really just to focus on 5 guys working together to try to generate the best shot that they possibly can for the team, and get guys to understand that. Was it the guy who scored that was responsible? Was it the guy who assisted? Was it the guy who screened? Was it the guy who spaced? And we want guys to understand we're all extensions of each other, trying to make the game easy for one another on a possession-by-possession basis. And we arrive at that point where we don't care who scores. We just want to play the right way. I think that we're going to see an offensive explosion here in the near future.
I know the turnover margin is something we've discussed a lot this year, and you guys have had games where it's been a struggling point, and then you've also had games where you've taken care of the ball really, really well. And moving forward, how important is that going to be, obviously, for your crew, and especially tonight against a team that can get up and down in transition? That's going to be a really big focal point.
Yeah, I always make football references, but ball security and field positioning seem to be the two most important things through these NFL playoffs and two most important things through the college football playoffs. So I think the same applies in basketball, where you want to really take care of the ball and generate high quality shots. I mean, that's the fun part about offense, is the ability to reward your team with shots and not throw the ball to the other team. So yeah, I mean, our guys have done a good job of eliminating the careless turnovers while still making aggressive minded plays.
And last thing for you, what is the biggest key to success for your team tonight?
Just our fight level. It's the desperation and the fight level for 40 minutes in the game, playing like a team that is looking for our first conference win, and stand poised and composed throughout.
Well, Coach, as always, thanks so much for the time. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Connor. Looking forward to it.
The starting lineups and tip-off come your way next. This is the Empire Fence pregame show on the ORU Sports Network.
Welcome to Lamar Outdoor Advertising, the largest outdoor advertising company in the U.S. and one of the most successful operators in the outdoor advertising industry. We offer advertising in 2/3 of the top 50 markets in the country, as well as over 100 years of experience to help you make the most of this valuable marketing tool. Please visit our website, www.lamar.com, to learn more about our award-winning team and services. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter, too. Let us know how we can best assist you when we return to the line.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Reese's, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
This is number 7, Martin Skillips, and you're listening to Golden Eagles basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Tip-off coming up here in just a couple of moments from the Sanford Coyote Sports Center in Vermillion, South Dakota. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network as the first meeting of the year between these two commences here on a chilly Thursday night in South Dakota. ORU leads the all-time series with the Coyotes 14-12. The last meeting came on February 8th of 2025, where South Dakota escaped the Baby Center 75-74. ORU is 5-7 all-time in Vermillion. The series is tied 5-5, though, in the last 10, so it's been pretty balanced. However, South Dakota did sweep the two games between these two last season. ORU at 5-17, 0-7 in the Summit League, trying to snap what is a 10-game losing streak. On the other side for the Coyotes, they're an even 11-11 on the season, and they are 3-4 in the Summit despite all the injuries that have been thrown their way. You can't really do anything but respect what they've been able to put together, and it has been a tough road for head coach Eric Peterson, but hey, they've made it work, and they're 9-3 in this building. They have been very, very good at home, as we mentioned earlier, and we will see if that holds true tonight with no Isaac Bruns in the lineup, the conference's leading scorer for the third consecutive game. So we'll take one more quick break, and then on the other side, we'll get you starting lineups and tip-off and all the action coming your way from Vermillion. This has been the Empire Fence pregame show. Stick around. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Reese's, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
This is number 4, Layman McGrady, and you're listening to Golden Eagle basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura and select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing your investment is protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC.
Welcome back to the Sanford Coyote Sports Center here in Vermillion, South Dakota, as we are just moments away from tip-off for the first meeting of the year between the Golden Eagles and the Coyotes of USD. Let's get your starting lineups. First, for the South Dakota Coyotes, they look like this. It's a junior, Jordan Crawford, freshman Uzziah Bunton, redshirt freshman Evan Anderson, senior Silas Benyon, and senior Cameron Fens. The head coach of the South Dakota Coyotes is Eric Peterson in his 4th season, a record of 54-64, and the same record for his career overall. The Coyotes at 11-11, 3-4 in the Summit. As for ORU, they look a little bit more traditional here this evening. It starts with graduate student Ty Harper back into the starting lineup for the first time in 2 games. Redshirt junior Chase Martin getting his 3rd consecutive start. Junior Connor Dow, redshirt sophomore Ofri Neve, and sophomore Yuto Yamanuchi Williams. The head coach of the Golden Eagles, Corey Barnett, in his 1st season, a record of 5-17, which matches the team's record, and they are looking for their first win in conference play here tonight. ORU, of course, 14-12 all-time against the Coyotes, and they are 5-7 in this building all-time. And ORU made a late comeback in this building last year, but it fell 10 points short, 82-72. And then, of course, the game at the Baby Center, it was a really, really tightly contested ball game, one of many that we saw at the Baby Center last year. But the Coyotes escaped with a 1-point victory, 75-74. But, of course, the storyline tonight, no Isaac Bruns for the 3rd consecutive game for the Coyotes, the Summit League's leading scorer at 20.8 points per game. He's dealing with a foot injury. Not only does he lead the conference in scoring, he's 17th in the country in scoring. He's 8th in the conference in field goal percentage, and he's 2nd in the conference in free throw percentage. And, oh, by the way, he was a preseason first-team All-Sim League selection. So a lot of accolades to go along with Isaac Bruns. His younger brother, Luke Bruns, is on the team, a freshman. And then, of course, his older brother, Paul Bruns, has since graduated. So the Bruns clan kind of in transition phases, and right now it has been the Isaac Bruns show here in Vermillion, but he will not be playing here tonight. So let's see if ORU can take full advantage. But it's been Jordan Crawford who has taken his spot really, really well. He scored 27 points and 22 points in the 2 games that Bruns has been out for thus far. He is 7th in 3-point field goals per game in the Summit at 2.1. And Well, you heard Coach Isaac Green say in the pregame interview, he's taking 7.5 threes per contest in Summit League play, and he's making a little over 3 of them per game. So that is something to look out for. Number 0 on the perimeter is going to be a threat. We saw what Tay Smith did to this defense just a few days ago. Or are you looking for a response here this evening? Well, we are set up upstairs here at the Sanford Coyote Sports Center, opposite of what you'll see on the Summit League Network if you're watching, and the S and the D interlocked at midcourt with the red Coyote paw surrounding it. ORU in the road blues per usual. They got the white lettering and numbering on the front and the back of the jersey with a gold trim, and then the Coyotes in the home whites with the red numbering and lettering on the front and the back of the jersey, and they got the big Coyote logo on each side of the shorts. It'll be Fens and Yamanuchi Williams to tip us off. ORU goes right to left as we see it, and South Dakota going left to right from upstairs. It's the Coyotes and the Golden Eagles for the first time this season, and Fens wins back the tip. Now we are underway from Vermilion. They bounce it right wing for Crawford, now ahead of the key for Evan Anderson. They swing it right to left, far sideline, now back up to the top of the key for Silas Benyon, one of those new additions at the beginning of January. Slithering through the lane, that's Crawford, but he gets it blocked out of bounds by Neve with 12 on the shot clock. That is what Ofri Neve will do. He's one of the best defenders in the Summit League. More so known for his steals rather than his blocks. He's top 10 in steals in the conference at 1.4 a contest. They feed Fens right block after the inbounds pass, and he makes a nice move and dislodges Yamanuchi Williams for a two-handed slam. And it's 2-0 South Dakota. So Chase Martin will bring it across for Oral Roberts. Kind of a different scene than what we're used to. He gives it off for Harper, just shading left of the wing. He fakes the handoff right back to him. Now a pocket pass, Yamanuchi Williams right of the lane. Hesitates, left the shot short. Rebound fought for by Neve. Tips it right back to Yamanuchi Williams. Now Dow has it inside of traffic. He skips it for Martin near side, who hands off for Harper left wing. Harper being guarded by Button. Kicks it out, head of the key for Yamanuchi Williams. Hands off for Dow around a screen with 7 to shoot. Dow being draped, gives it up. Harper pulls her up 18 feet, no good, straight on. And the rebound to Cameron Fens. And South Dakota with a stop on their opening possession. 2-0 Coyotes as Benyon will bring it across. He's so new, he doesn't even have a name on the back of his jersey. That's the type of year it's been for South Dakota. They feed it left side of the lane for Fens, right back outside. They want to enter it back in for Fens, and they do. Goes to work on the left block, one-on-one against Yamanuchi Williams. This time the baby hook drops home. 4 straight for Cameron Fens, who's going to work early, averaging 12.8 per game and nearly 8 rebounds, which leads the Summit League. And he's off to a good start. It's 4-0 Coyotes in their home building. Harper bounces it head of the key for Yamanuchi Williams for ORU. Now left wing for Neve. They try and enter it to Dow, and it's deflected out of bounds by Jordan Crawford. And it'll be a baseline out of bounds play for ORU. 16 on the timer. Almost 2 minutes gone here in this first half. 4-0 South Dakota if you're just joining us. Ty Harper will inbound on the baseline. Harper surveys. Wanted Neve in the corner. Now he'll lob it to him, more so left wing. Finds Dow off a couple of screens, open for 3, and he's got it. Connor Dow, who didn't have a field goal attempt on Saturday, knocks down his first look here in Vermilion and puts ORU on the board. It's 4-3. On the other side for the Coyotes, Anderson hands off in a crowded right corner for Crawford. Now head of the key for Fens. Looking for Benyon. He's got him, lobs it up top, and Fens throws it down. He's got all 6. That was beautiful offense for the Coyotes. And it's a 3-point game. Here's Ty Harper up the sideline for ORU right side. Crosses over, nice move around Button. Dislodges him inside. Wanted to give it up for Yamanuchi Williams, but it's picked off by Benyon. And behind the play, that's Button who's down, and that is the last thing you want to see if you're the Coyotes. Another guy down, and he is on all fours. He gives the thumbs up to his bench, but his head coach, Eric Peterson, will come out to check on him, and he's quickly up to his feet. They did send Trent Hudgens to the scorer's table to sub in for him, and he will. But good to see Jordan Crawford up to his feet. Again, a guy Uzziah Button up to his feet, freshman from Round Rock, Texas, coming off a 13-5 against St. Thomas on Saturday. Early 6-3 lead for the Coyotes. They've got the basketball now. Benyon gives it up. Anderson right wing. Had it poked away by Martin. Ball loose on the deck. Near sideline. Kind of trapped in that corner in between the sideline and half court. And they finally get it out of there. Anderson finds Benyon. He dribbles left wing. Now tries to go through traffic. Bounces it back outside for Hudges. 6 to shoot for the Coyotes. Hudgens still with the basketball. Head of the key. Dribbles inside. Lost it right to Martin. ORU has numbers if they hurry. Neve on the break. Lobs it up top. And on the receiving end, it's Ty Harper who lays it in. his first points, and ORU pulls back within 1, 6-5, with 3 minutes gone here in this first half. Crawford for the Coyotes on the other side, crosses over a few times on the right wing, now left wing for Anderson. Anderson surveys, now a jab step inside the arc, hands off for Benyon. Benyon curls around right of the lane, got caught underneath, threw it away. Martin's got another steal, his second consecutive one. And we'll bring it across far sideline for ORU. Gets caught in the air, kicks it right corner. Harper, a 3-ball, rattles in and out, and the rebound defends. He's got a couple of those already. And South Dakota will slow it down, and they probably will do so a lot, just given the sheer amount of bodies that they have. As Benyon's got it, uses a Fens screen to the left, now reverses it to Crawford right wing. They feed it right block for Fens, is working on Luke Gray, who's in for the first time. Fens one-on-one against the sophomore, and he draws the foul, late whistle. Will it be shooting or will it be a reach-in foul? That's the question. First foul of the ball game on Luke Gray. And it looks like they will send Fens to the free throw line, a 60% free throw shooter. Fens, a senior from Dubuque, Iowa, transfer from UIC, where he played 53 games across 2 seasons. He started 15 of those. And if you remember last year, it was against ORU in which he fractured his foot and ended up missing the remainder of the season. He misses the first free throw short. Makes it a 6-5 game. And Ethan Kaiser checks in for the first time for South Dakota, redshirt sophomore for Metamora, Illinois. And Bunton is quickly subbed back in, so he is more than okay. Fens' second free throw, left it short again, and the rebound ripped down by Luke Gray for ORU. NeVee's got the basketball now, and he will give way to Ty Harper just across half court. Harper's got the basketball, just shy of the Paul logo at midcourt. Now Martin with it, directing traffic. Martin between the circles, gives it up. Harper switches on to Hudgens. Harper wanted to go one-on-one. Harper kicks it out now right wing for Gray. Thought about the 3, gives it up for Dow. Kind of crowded in that right corner. 7 to shoot. Dow backs his way in, had it poked away from behind. It'll go out of bounds near sideline with 4 on the shot clock. And that'll send us to our first media timeout of the ball game. ORU basketball when we come back with 4 to shoot on the shot clock. What will Corey Barnett and company draw up in the timeout? We'll find out next. Don't go anywhere. It's South Dakota 6 and Oral Roberts 5. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC. Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
This is number 5, Connor Down. You're listening to Golden Eagle basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Golden Eagles with the basketball out of the timeout, a sideline out of bounds near side with 4 on the shot clock. Let's see what they drew up in that break. Ty Harper's got the basketball just next to the USD bench. Gets it head of the key for Gray. Gray with 2, gives it up for Dow. He fumbled it, and he turns it over right to Jordan Crawford, who's on the run, and he'll lay it up. No good, but a foul called on NeVee. And that'll send Jordan Crawford to the free throw line. Dow also hits the deck in the process. First foul on NeVee, second team foul on the Golden Eagles. So that sends Crawford, an 80% free throw shooter, to the line, looking for his first points. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. So far, the scoring breakdown, Dow 1 of 1 here tonight after not taking a field goal on Saturday. First free throw from Crawford is pure. Ty Harper with 2 points. On the other side, Cameron Fens with all 6 until that Jordan Crawford free throw make as Martin Skillips checks in for Ofri NeVee. 15:43 left to go in this first half. 2-point lead for the Coyotes, looking to make it 3. Another free throw on the way from Crawford, and it is off the side of the rim, no good. And the rebound is off of Luke Gray out of bounds, so it'll remain Coyote ball. And it's him and Kaiser were battling for it. The baseline out of bounds for the Coyotes as Barron Smith Jr. hops up off the bench, and he'll check in for Gray. And Gray having a word with his head coach, Corey Barnett. Button inbounds it straight away to Fens and wants to go to work. He's done that here on the early going. Kicks it out straight on 3. Kaiser too strong, and a one-handed rebound for Ty Harper. He'll bring it across for Oral Roberts, sprinting across the half-court logo. Now crosses over at the free throw line. Steps back right elbow's got nothing. Forced to bounce it back out for Killips, who hands it off for Dow, deep right wing. He exchanges with Harper, far sideline. 15 to shoot for the Golden Eagles. Between the circles, Smith now left wing for Dow. They enter it into the post for Martin. Going to work. Martin gets to the right hand. Baby hook. Rattles home. Nicely done by Chase Martin. He's on the scoreboard, and we're tied at 7. Just 5 minutes into this ball game. Martin making his 3rd consecutive start, and man, does he look good over the last 2 games. Inside, wild take, and it somehow drops for Uzziah Bunton over the outstretched arms of Barron Smith. And just like that, the Coyotes have a 2-point lead yet again, 9-7. As Harper will angle right to the far sideline as the Golden Eagles have the basketball, and there's an offensive foul and a legal screen on Chase Martin. That's his first and the team's 3rd already. They were trying to get a flare screen near side for Dow, and just a little bit too much on that one. As Jack Turner checks in for the first time, he takes the place of Ty Harper, and we get our first look at Jake Brock. Vince Buzelis returning from injury for South Dakota as well. Brock has been dealing with a shoulder. He's wearing a big black brace on his right shoulder. He dislocated it, and he's actually playing with some torn ligaments in there, but he was told he can't make it any worse. So, hey, he's giving it a go with the lack of bodies that USD has. Kaiser another 3 off the mark. Offensive rebound for Brock through traffic. Puts it on the deck. They'll give it right back to Kaiser. Now one more swing for Bunton, who works his way to the right elbow. Kicks it out opposite corner. Pump fake from Benyon. Got his man to the air. He missed the 3. Another offensive rebound tapped around. Benyon's got it through a couple of blue jerseys. Kicks it out, top of the key. Kaiser a 3rd try. This time he connects. Too many second chance opportunities right there for the Coyotes, and they take full advantage. It's their largest lead at 12-7. Kaiser's first points. As Jack Turner goes across half court. Now he's between the circles. Works around a couple of Smith screens. Left corner out for Killips. Back up top for Turner, who goes left. Bounces it. Short corner left side for Smith. Squares up to the basket. Now puts it on the deck. Smith wanting to turn back to his right hand. Wild take goes up. No good. It rattled out, but he got fouled in the process. And Barron Smith Jr. will head to the free throw line. The foul will go on Jake Brock. Junior from Omaha, Nebraska. He did play against St. Thomas. Only had 2 points and 5 rebounds. But again, dealing with that shoulder. So that'll be something to keep an eye on. Now Barron Smith Jr. to the free throw line, just a 65% free throw shooter this season. First attempts for ORU. The first one is up and down as Ofri Neve checks back in. And we also mentioned Vince Buzelis missing time due to injury, and he returns here tonight. It's the younger brother of Chicago Bulls guard Matas Buzelis, who's the number 11 pick in the 2024 NBA draft. He's having a phenomenal first few years in the NBA. Second free throw goes down for Barron Smith, and it's back to a 3-point game, 12-9. On the other side, it's Bunton going left for USD. Works his way left side of the lane, pulls up from 15, left it short, and the rebound to Martin. Gives it up, Turner. He'll bring it up for ORU far sideline. Hands off for Neve. Now Martin shading left. Now between the circles for Neve. Puts it on the deck with a right hand. Lost it, but it goes right to Barron Smith in the short corner. Goes to work on the left block. Smith, turnaround jumper, missed it left. And the rebound grabbed by Buzelis after a couple of bounces. Hands off for Benyon, who will bring it across straight on for the Coyotes. Gets around the screen to the left from Brack. Now gives it up to Brack, who will hand off for Buzelis right wing. Buzelis goes baseline. Bounce pass opposite corner. Benyon 3 left it short. Missed it badly there. And Turner scoops up the loose ball for ORU. Back come the Golden Eagles. Turner, nice behind the back move. Step back for 3. Thought about it. Now he enters it in for Smith. Baby hook with a right hand. Missed that one. And Buzelis gets fouled on the rebound. Looks like that may be the second on Chase Martin. And it is. So something to look out for there as Ty Harper checks back in, as well as Yuto Yamanuchi Williams for ORU. And back in for USD, Cameron Fens and Jordan Crawford. A couple of starters back in for the Coyotes. as Button brings it up and hands it off to Crawford. Now head of the key for Kaiser. They move it well left to right for Benyon. Benyon off of a curl finds Button at the free throw line, kicks it out. That one nearly picked off by Neve, but it deflects right to Crawford with 14 on the timer. Crawford left wing, works his way to the left corner, goes behind the back, nearly lost that one. Now Kaiser reverses it. Button right side with 7 to shoot. Button between the circles around a fence screen, pulls up long 2 on the way, missed it short, and the rebound tapped out by Neve right to Turner. ORU on the run. Turner nearly got it stolen in the middle of the floor. Now he gets it back. Flips it over to Ty Harper, left side of the floor, works his way to the paint, uses a pump fake, kicks it out for Turner right corner. Turner inside the arc, spins around, found himself open, banks it home on a floater. Nicely done by Jack Turner to remain patient, realized he was wide open, and it's a 1-point game, 8 minutes into this one, 12-11, Coyotes in front. First points for Jack Turner as Fens gets fouled on the entry pass on Yuto Yamanuchi-Williams. That is his first. And then his team foul at number 5 as we head to a timeout. 11:54 left to go in the opening half, and a tight one continues. It's South Dakota 12 and Oral Roberts 11. We'll be back in a moment from Vermillion. This is Golden Eagle basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
What's going on? This is Luke Gray. You're listening to ORU Basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Looking to score big at your next event? Check out Marriott Tulsa Southern Hills, now partnering with Ruffin Event Center next door. With 100,000 square feet of event space combined and a strong play for gatherings of any size. Visit our website or call 918-493-7000 to book your state or event today. Marriott Tulsa Southern Hills and Ruffin Event Center, where every state feels like a championship win. South Dakota ball out of the timeout. They lob it in for Fens, who goes to work. Right-handed baby hook rims in and out. And the rebound for Harper, who wants to push up the far sideline for Oral Roberts. ORU down 1. It's 12-11 Coyotes in front. 11:40 left to go in the first half from Vermillion. Harper bounces it left elbow for Yamanuchi-Williams. Puts it on the deck one time, now finds Neve. Euro step inside, fights contact, shot up no good, and he couldn't grab the rebound. Fens too tall for him. And here comes USD up the far sideline. Button inside, Euro step, his layup no good, and Neve rips down that rebound, and back and forth we go. Hasn't been the prettiest offensive display from either side as Harper will try a left corner 3, knocks it through. Extra pass from Killip sets up Harper, and he's got 5 first half points for the Golden Eagles as they find themselves in front by 2, 14-12. First lead of the ball game for ORU as Harper knocks down his first 3. ORU's got 2 of them. Him and Dow each knocking down one as the shot clock ticks to 10 for USD. They find Crawford. Left elbow, dribbles it back out to the wing, bounces it underneath, left side, underneath. Now Button cuts to the basket. Nice pass from Fens, and he gets fouled on the way up. 2 shots coming for Uzziah Button as he draws the foul on Martins Killips, his first and the team's 6th already. Button, an 81% free throw shooter. He is 4th in the conference in that category. Out of Stony Point High School in Texas. Deep breath after a trio of dribbles. The right-hander flips it up and in. Makes it a 1-point game. He had a career-high 19 points against Western Michigan earlier this year. He's averaging nearly 12 a game in Summit League play. And guess what? He's 37 of 40 from the free throw line in his last 5 games. So it's 1 of 1 tonight. Make it 2 of 2. He's having a hard time missing from 15 feet away. He'll check out for Buzelis, who's back in. And we're tied at 14 with 10:45 left to go in the opening half. From a field goals perspective, it has been a struggle for South Dakota. Just one of their last 8 as Ty Harper brings it across the far sideline for ORU. Bounces it head of the key for Yamanuchi Williams. Gives it right back to Harper, curling right to left. He's at the elbow. Now steps back, head of the key, gives it up right wing for Turner. 16 to shoot. Turner directs traffic between the circles. Gets a screen to the left from Yamanuchi Williams. Turner slithers his way inside, but gets caught up by Fens. Bounces it underneath. Yamanuchi Williams trying to get to that left hand. He does, but he left it short. Fens was lurking on the double team. And now here comes USD with a chance to take the lead back as we're tied at 14. Benyon with it. Top of the key goes left, hands off for Buzelis, left wing. Now Fens head of the key. Fens looking and nearly got it stripped, but Crawford gets the messy exchange. Crawford with 9, working one-on-one with Harper. Now gets a screen to the right, fadeaway 15-footer. A high arcer goes down. Tough shot from Jordan Crawford, but he makes it look easy. His first field goal, he's up to 3 points. USD's got the lead back, 16 to 14. As Neve with it for ORU on the other end, right wing. Neve wants to go baseline against Benyon. Skips it, head of the key for down, nothing there. Extra pass, Harper, long range right wing 3, knocks it through again. Another 3 for Ty Harper, starting to heat things up here in the first half. He leads all scorers with 8. And ORU back in front, 17-16. Have yet to really see him get it going in conference play. Is tonight that night as Crawford with it for the Coyotes on the other side. Got it pinned on his hip, somehow threw it up no good, and Fens is able to clean it up on the offensive rebound. Fens now up to 8 points. He's already got 5 rebounds. His first offensive rebound right there. Again, one of the best rebounders in the country. First in the Summit League. They find Dow on the other side. He'll pull up from 15, left it short. Offensive rebound for Neve on the baseline. They get tied up, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds before he got tied up. And he can't believe the call. But it is USD ball after that. Corey Barnett wanting an explanation as well as Jack Turner and Yamanuchi Williams check out. Luke Ray and Cal Furnish checking in for the first time. So South Dakota ball up 1, 18-17, 8:52 left to go in the opening half. Anderson, after a couple of quick exchanges, gives it to Crawford, who splits a double team floater up, airball that's short right to Luke Ray. And ORU's got the basketball. Furnish pushing up the far sideline, angles towards the middle of the floor. Now left wing for Neve. Neve head of the key, hesitates, gets to the free throw line. Right-handed layup up, no good, but he gets fouled. So 2 shots coming for Ofri Neve, and the foul will go on Evan Anderson, his first and only the team's second. Fouls are 6-2 right now. ORU with 16 fouls. As Ofri Neve goes to the free throw line, a 69% free throw shooter. Bends the knees and puts up the first look, and it's up and down. Neve has been streaky at the free throw line this season, but he's also had some really good outings. And a guy who will get to the stripe like none other. It's really frustrating to guard. Second one on the way. Pinballs in and out. And we're level at 18 after Neve splits a pair. Here's Button on the other end. Trying to spin around Harper, but nothing doing. He gives it to the top of the key, bounces it left wing for Hudgens, who's back in. Hudgens working one-on-one with Furnish. 14 to shoot, forced to give it up for Crawford. Crawford, head of the key, gets a screen to the left by Brack. Steps back, now gives it up Button, far from the basket, 6 to shoot. Button will pull up straight on 3, left it short, and the rebound of He's got another one. And ORU with a nice, sound defensive possession. Now Harper rushes on the other end. Left side on the baseline, wanted to back down on the block. Now Harper gets to the restricted area, nice move, step through, and he lays it in with a left hand. And ORU back in front by 2, it's 20-18. And Harper into double figures, he's got 10. Nicely done for the veteran, Ty Harper. On the other side, Hudgens airballed it on the floater. Ball tipped right to Furnish, who will bring it across. Furnish gives it up left wing, catch and shoot. Dow 3, he's got it. Second 3 ball of the game for Connor Dow. He's got 6 points, and the threes are dropping early for ORU. They're 4 of 5 from beyond the arc as a team, and they've got their largest lead. Timeout Coyotes. 7:22 left to go in the opening half, and ORU on a 6-0 run, and they take a 23-18 lead with 7:22 left to go in the first. We'll take a break with them. Don't go anywhere. ORU offense just heating up. We'll be back in a moment on the ORU Sports Network.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
This is number 1, Ty Harper, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Well, that man you just heard, Ty Harper, he's got a pair of threes, and ORU is dropping them early. They're 4 of 5 as a team from beyond the arc to start tonight's ball game, and they've got their largest lead at 23-18. They enter it to Fens to South Dakota. Now back outside, Crawford, a wild drive, a hurricane floater, no good, and the drought continues for South Dakota. ORU on a 6-0 run, and Connor Dow off and running far sideline. Gives it up for Gray. He'll try a right wing 3. Too strong. A rebound pinballed around, and Harper corrals it in the far corner. He'll try it again. That one rims out, and Buzelis with the rebound. He gets fouled on the attempt. Who will it go on as he comes up grabbing his nose? It'll go on Cal Furnish. 17th foul for ORU, so that puts South Dakota in the bonus. A 1-1 for Vince Buzelis, the freshman from Willowbrook, Illinois. ORU shooting it 8 of 18 from the field, now 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. South Dakota 7 of 21 from the field, just 1 of 6 from downtown, just 3 of 6 from the stripe. First free throw is up and down for Buzelis. South Dakota, a really good free throw shooting team, second in the conference at 74.4%, and they get to the free throw line on average a little over 26 times a game. So they will get to the stripe, and it's been a big reason why they've been able to win so many games shorthanded. Well, one more for Buzelis, who's a 67% free throw shooter. Hit the first one, and he hits the second just the same. Back to a 3-point game, 23-20. Under 7 to play here in the first half from Vermilion. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network as Cal Furnish brings it across straight on. Feeds a right wing for Gray. Gray looking for a post-up with Harper, doesn't have him. Kind of an inverse roles there. Now Furnish will pull up from 15, drains it through. Nice pull-up, Cal Furnish from 15 feet away on the right side of the lane. And ORU back up 5, 25-20. Just over 6.5 left to play in the opening half. Bunton gets tied up with Harper near half court. Now he gets a screen to the right from Fens. Kicks it out for Kaiser. Extra pass into the corner. That's Benyon. Now back between the circles for Fens for USD. Skip pass left corner. A fake from Bunton. Works his way into the paint and a travel. He stumbled in the painted area, hits the deck, and ORU gets the turnover. So another stop for the ORU defense. That is turnover number 3 for the Coyotes. Each team with 3 turnovers apiece. ORU looking to stretch the lead up 5. Furnish with it between the circles, lost it for a moment, being hounded by fellow freshman Buzelis. Finally gives it up for Gray. Hands off for Dow, curling around. He'll pull up for the free throw line, knocks it in. Connor Dow off to an extremely efficient start here. He is 3 of 4 for 8 points. It's him and Ty Harper making the offense hum. In the first half, it's 27-20, largest lead for ORU at 7. Benyon on the other side. Looking for help at the elbow. Nearly lost it. Kicks it out for Kaiser. Now right wing for Buzelis. They enter it for Fens on the block. Fens going to work over Gray. Puts it up and in. That is just a lot of man to try and hold on to one-on-one. He's up to 10 points. All 7 feet against the sophomore from Edmond. And here's Furnish on the other side for ORU. He's at the USD logo at midcourt. Now fades left after a screen from Killips. Gets Dow head of the key, who's being hounded by Benyon. Now Harper with it. He shades left, crosses back over to the right elbow, kicks it back outside, pick and pop three. Luke Ray, high arcer, too strong. And the offensive rebound for Killips. And he gets held and fouled by Buzelis. Nicely done by Martins Killips. As the first on Buzelis. That is a 13 foul on South Dakota as Jack Turner checks in for Ty Harper. Baseline out of bounds play for Cal Furnish Company with 20 on the shot clock. 5:11 left to go in the opening half. Furnish finds Dow, thought about the catch and shoot three. Now gives it up. Gray will try it again. And that time he left it short. Rebound tapped out of bounds, and it is off of Benyon. It will remain ORU basketball, another fresh 20. The Gray's getting good looks from out there, and ORU knew that he would have some pick and pop opportunities with Fens guarding him. He just has not been able to connect so far. They quickly get it into Gray, hands it right back off to Furnish, who curls around to the free throw line. Furnish looking for help, gives it up for Dow between the circles. Now right wing, long range three for Turner, no good. And a foul on the rebound will send it back to the Coyotes. That was way outside. It almost fooled me. I thought the shot clock was nearly winding down, but it was at 13 when he took the shot. And that foul will walk South Dakota all the way to the other end for a 1-and-1 opportunity. But Cameron Fens at the free throw line. Fouls on Gray. That's his second personal, team's 8th. So far, Fens tonight 0 of 2 from the line. He's got 10 points and 5 rebounds. Double-double watch for big number 54, the 7-footer. And the free throw too strong. He's 0 for 3, and the rebound for Dow. So ORU with the basketball up 5, 27-22 as we tick under 5 minutes. Now Dow, right wing, thought about it, gives it up Yamanuchi Williams at the right elbow. Hands off for Turner, who curls inside. Layup off the glass is good with the right hand. Nicely done from Jack Turner. A nice two-man game with him and Yuto Yamanuchi Williams. And the lead is back up to 7, 29-22 with 4.5 to play. Kaiser with it on the other end. Hands off for Benyon. Now head of the key for Fens. Looking left, hands off Buzelis. Works his way to the free throw line. Lob play for Fens, but he missed the dunk. Furnish tracks down the loose ball in the far corner. He races across half court. Furnish kicks it out. Left corner three. Killips. Too strong. Back tap Yamanuchi Williams finds Dow right side of the court. And they give it up for Turner to reset. Now Furnish left wing thought about it. Gets Buzelis in the air. Furnish had it pinned on his side. Kicks it out. 15-footer. Yamanuchi Williams hits it home. A pull up just beyond the free throw line. And ORU up 9. The lead grows. 31-22. ORU bench coming alive here on the road, looking for their first road win in 757 days. Fens backs his way in over Yamanuchi Williams, and they call a blocking foul. Yamanuchi Williams tried to draw the charge. It was a valiant effort, but that'll be his second big with 2 fouls for ORU, the team's 9th, and that'll send us to our final timeout of the first half. But Oral Roberts with their largest lead here on the road in the first half. It's the Golden Eagles 31 and the Coyotes 22. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Welcome to Lamar Outdoor Advertising, the largest outdoor advertising company in the U.S. and one of the most successful operators in the outdoor advertising industry. We offer advertising in 2/3 of the top 50 markets in the country, as well as over 100 years of experience to help you make the most of this valuable marketing tool. Please visit our website, www.lamar.com, to learn more about our award-winning team and services. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter, too. Let us know how we can best assist you when we return to the line.
This is number 9, O for Nave, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
The Golden Eagles with their largest lead of the first half at 9 points. They lead the Coyotes of South Dakota 31-22 here in Vermillion. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. Ty Harper leading the squad with 10 points, and Connor Dow following him up quite nicely with 8. Both have been very efficient. Harper 4 of 7 from the field, and Dow 3 of 4 from the field as Cameron Fens goes back to the free throw line. He is 0 for 3 after drawing the foul on Yamanuchi Williams, his second. Front end of the 1-and-1, too strong. He's 0 for 4. A tough start for Cameron Fens, who's a 60% free throw shooter. Not all great in the percentage department, but you'd think he'd make 1 through 4 attempts, but that has not been the case. Barron Smith Jr. back into the ballgame, bounces it left short corner for Ofri Neve. Wants to back his way down on the block against Kaiser. Spins back to the left hand, reverse layup up and good. Ofri Neve, a nifty move right around the basket. That's that Big 12 experience coming into play, and ORU's lead is double digits at 11, 33-22. On the other side, Benyon for the Coyotes, deep left wing, being guarded by Turner. Feeds Fens underneath, wants to go one-on-one on Smith. A double team looming. They swing it around for Kaiser right wing. Got his man in the air, gives it back up for Benyon, who drives in from the left side. He gets caught up in the block, looking for Fens, and he throws it away right to Furnish. He picked it off right underneath the basket. Now here comes Turner underneath. Smith with a pump fake. Got it blocked by Fens on the actual attempt. There's that 7-foot frame, and USD will slow things down. 2:49 left to go in the first half. ORU up 11, 33-22. Fens head of the key. Looking for Crawford, fakes the handoff, now gives it up right wing for Buzelis, who works his way to the free throw line. They lob it underneath for Fens, and he lays it up and in. They ran that lob play for him a handful of times, and it has been pretty successful. Kind of put Barron Smith Jr. in a blender there. He wasn't really expecting it. And South Dakota back within single digits. Furnish on the other end, right elbow, kicks it head of the key for Dow, 19 to shoot for the Golden Eagles. Now Furnish back with it between the circles. Furnish looking, now deep right wing for Turner, 13 to shoot. Turner with a jab step, drives his way inside, right-handed floater, left it short, and the rebound to Buzelis, flips it over for Crawford. 33-24 ORU as we approach 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Crawford works his way inside, all the way to the cup, nobody home, and he lays it in with the left hand. And Turner brings it across straight on for Oral Roberts, and a timeout called by ORU, the use it or lose it timeout. Probably a smart one there to settle things down, a little bit of a run coming together for the South Dakota Coyotes as they have cut an 11-point lead down to 7 after back-to-back buckets, 33-26. It's a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here. ORU shooting 45%, 36% from 3. They've cooled off significantly. They started 4 of 5. Now they're just 4 of 11. They are 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. On the other side, USD 40% from the field, 17% from 3, just 1 of 6, and they are 5 of 10 from the free throw line. The Coyotes with 4 turnovers, ORU with 3 turnovers, and both teams have 4 points off of those 7 combined turnovers here in the opening half. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. Ty Harper and Cam Fens, the individual scoring leaders for both sides. Harper with 10 and Fens with 12. So big Golden Eagle basketball out of the timeout. They'll inbound it just off to the right of the USD bench. The ORU offenses look good, and again, in a stretch, in a 10-game losing streak, they've shot it at a 40% clip. 5% above that average right now, and they are 8% above their three-point average during that span as well here in the first half. Smith, left wing, and a foul underneath as Neve was trying to get positioning on the left block, and they're going to call it on Jordan Crawford. That is his first. That is only the 4th team foul on South Dakota. Fouls are 9-4 right now, with 1:46 left to go in this first half. So here is Turner on the baseline. He's got the basketball with a fresh 20. Lobs it left elbow for Neve. He wants to go to work on Benyon. Neve backs his way in with a left hand, hesitates, pulls up, and he got it. 10-foot jumper over the outstretched arms of Silas Benyon. And Ofri Neve back in the scoring column. And ORU back up 9, 35-26. Neve is just so calm out there on the offensive end. Here's Benyon on the other side for USD. Caught underneath the basket, skips it for Buzelis. Now outside, head of the key 3 for Button. No good, and the rebound to Turner. USD remains cold from outside, just 1 of 7 to start the ball game. Killips gives it up for Turner, left wing. On the other side for ORU, they bounce it left corner for Neve. Back outside for Harper. Harper wanted to drive baseline, gets cut off by Buzelis with 16 on the timer. He'll pull up from 15. He's got it again. Ty Harper with 12 points. The mid-range jumpers are dropping right now for ORU as we're under a minute to play here in this first half. The lead back up to 11, 37-26. Brack with it on the other side for the Coyotes. Hands off for Buzelis, right wing. Buzelis with a jab. Wanted to get to the free throw line and finds a wide open button on the backdoor cut. And he lays it in. Beautiful offense there. And a nice fake, too, for Buzelis. 37-28. About a 9-second difference between shot and game clock. This will likely be ORU's last possession of the first half. Turner at half court. Goes behind the back. Gets inside the arc. Dumps it off for Barron Smith. Left side of the lane. Wild take no good. And Buzelis scoops up the loose ball with 20 to shoot. Plenty of time for South Dakota. I think ORU went a little bit too fast there. And now we got a stoppage. And Brack is down behind the play. We mentioned his shoulder issue coming into play here tonight. Not sure if that's what it is, but he is clearly shaken up. And Cameron Fens has to come back in. Turner and Killips and Smith and Yamanuchi Williams. Or no, Smith is actually going to stay in the game, but Yamanuchi Williams checks back out. Kaiser back in for USD. They put Furnish back in, as well as Dow and Harper for ORU. 14.5 seconds left to go in the first half, and USD will likely hold for the last shot. As Benyon will bring it across. Guy who was working a full-time job about a month ago, but now he's playing college basketball. Benyon swings it head of the key for Crawford with 4. Crawford will pull a long-range 3, knocks it in. Of course, that's the one that goes down. Just the second 3 of the half for South Dakota, and it's a buzzer beater to end the first half of play. The lead that was once 11 for ORU shrinks all the way down to 6 as we go to the locker room. It's the Golden Eagles 37 and the Coyotes 31. Stick around for the Don Thornton Automotive Group halftime report. We'll recap those first 20 minutes, and we'll get you caught up in all things Summit League and all things college basketball around the country. So stick with us. ORU by 6 at the half. This is Golden Eagle basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura and select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing your investment is protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC. Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at DonThorntonAuto.com.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
Time for a break in the action. Let's recap the first 20 minutes and catch you up with all things college hoops on the Golden Eagle Halftime Report. Here's play-by-play voice, Connor Clark.
Welcome into the Don Thornton Automotive Group Halftime Report here from Vermillion, South Dakota. ORU leading the Coyotes at the break 37-31 as ORU started red hot from beyond the arc, but they finished 0 of 6 after that 4 of 5 start, and the Coyotes make 4 of their last 5 field goals to end that first half. And, of course, they make 1 3 all half and then a Jordan Crawford prayer at the end of the buzzer. And, of course, it goes in from about 30 feet out. But that's the game of basketball from time to time, so you just got to live with it and move on. But ORU still hanging on by 6. They've been up by as many as 11 so far here tonight. That has been their largest lead, and their largest run has been 7-0. Let's get you some team stats here. ORU shoots at 47% in that first half, much better than what they've been accustomed to as of late. 36% from 3, 4 of 11, and 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. On the other side, USD heats up at the end of the half, shooting 43%. They're 2 of 8 from 3 and 5 of 10 from the free throw line. 4 turnovers for the Yotes and 3 for the Golden Eagles, both teams with 4 points off of set turnovers. ORU winning the rebounding battle 19-17, 15-12 on the defensive glass, and they are losing the offensive glass 5-4. Second chance points, USD with 7 of them to ORU's 2. ORU with 8 bench points to the Yotes' 5 bench points. Points in the paint, both teams have been rather successful. South Dakota with 18 and ORU with 16. Fast break points, ORU with 9 to South Dakota's 3. Blocks, South Dakota with 2, ORU with 1. Steals, ORU besting South Dakota in that category 3-2, as well as assists 7-6. Times tied in the game has been 3, 2 minutes and 11 seconds tied, and there have been 5 lead changes. ORU has led for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, and the Yotes have led for 9 minutes and 3 seconds. But the majority of those 8:46 came in the last 10 minutes of that first half for Oral Roberts. Leading scorer for the Golden Eagles is Ty Harper through one half. He's got 12 points on 5 of 8 shooting, 2 of 4 from downtown to go along with 3 rebounds. Connor Dow right behind him with 8 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from the charity stripe, or from downtown rather, and 3 rebounds and 1 assist. On the other side, Cameron Fens leads all Yotes with 12 points on 6 of 8 shooting. However, he is 0 of 4 from the free throw line, and he does have 6 rebounds. So double-double watch for the big 7-footer. Buzelis also has 6 rebounds. The freshman from Willowbrook, Illinois, coming off of injury. So he has been impressive after missing some time with a nagging injury. And, well, who hasn't been dealing with a nagging injury for South Dakota thus far this season? I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just the cards that they've been drawn, and I give them a ton of respect. They've won 3 league games despite facing that. But halftime stats are rather staggering for South Dakota, their record splits, that is. When they are leading at the half this year, they are 8-1. When they're trailing at the half this year, they are just 2-10. So ORU has got them in a spot where they have not had very much success this season. Let's see if the Golden Eagles can close it out in the second 20 minutes here from the Sanford Coyote Sports Center in Vermillion, South Dakota. Let's get you caught up on all things college basketball here in the Summit League tonight. Only one other game in action. It's in the Twin Cities as the North Dakota Fighting Hawks, the 6-2 North Dakota Fighting Hawks, visiting the St. Thomas Tommies, 6-1 in the conference big game up there, and the Tommies with a 43-35 lead at the half in the Twin Cities from that brand new beautiful arena, the Lee and Penny Anderson Arena. ORU will see that for the first time a week from Saturday. 2 games went final last night, kind of a rare 2-gamer on a Wednesday night in the Summit. Denver goes on the road to beat Kansas City 69-61 at the Swinney Center. And Omaha hangs on at home to beat the South Dakota State Jackrabbits 80-71. Denver now 3-5 in the Summit League. Kansas City 1-7. South Dakota State at 3-4 in the Summit, and Omaha back to 500 at an even 4-4 rather. To get you caught up on the top 25 here tonight. Rather quiet night for the top 25 in college basketball. Just 2 games, and well, the one that's going on right now has not been close, and it has not been close since the tip-off. Number 8 Iowa State hosting Colorado in Big 12 play. The Cyclones, with 90 seconds left, are winning 94-59. They were up 21-3 to start this game. It has been all Cyclones all the time, as they are well on their way to improving to 6-2 in the Big 12. And Colorado will fall to 2-6 in the Big 12. And it'll be win number 19 for Iowa State to go along with just 2 losses. One game, the other game, starting here in just a matter of moments in the top 25. Number 9 Illinois takes on Washington. The Illini 17-3. 8-1 in the Big Ten, and the Washington Huskies 11-9 and 3-6 in the Big Ten. And the Illini, if you're wondering, are 12.5-point favorites in Champaign here tonight. So that is the only other ranked game going on in the world of college basketball. So rather quiet night, which Thursday typically is in that realm. It's usually Monday and Tuesday are the big ranked games, and of course Saturday being the busiest of them all. And ORU will be back in action on Saturday as they head up about 2 hours up the road to Brookings, South Dakota, as they take on the South Dakota Jackrabbits, South Dakota State Jackrabbits, for the first time this season, as they will try and get a tough road win. And of course, First Bank and Trust Arena, always a tough place to go play and win. And ORU will get their first taste of that. Well, at least a lot of the guys on the roster will get their first taste of that in about 48 hours from now. So that's what's coming up on the docket for the Golden Eagles. But right now, they have a 6-point lead at the break. It's the Golden Eagles 37 and the Coyotes of South Dakota 31. We'll take one more quick break, and on the other side, the second half of action coming your way, so don't go anywhere. This has been the Don Thornton Automotive Group Halftime Report, and this is Golden Eagle Basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura and select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing your investment is protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of four with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our four locations to experience the power of four for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC. Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Second half of action coming your way in just a matter of moments. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. That was the Don Thornton Automotive Group halftime report. And ORU with a 6-point halftime lead, 37-31 over the South Dakota Coyotes. ORU trying to snap what is a 10-game losing streak. And they're trying to snap the nation's longest road losing streak at 30 consecutive games. They have not won a road game since January 3rd of 2024 at Montana State. That was 757 days ago. And so far this season, USD, when trailing at the half, has not fared well. Just 2-10 in such ball games in a building where they've been really, really good this year. So can ORU get a victory? It would also be their first conference victory in the Corey Barnett era. ORU will go left to right. They've got the basketball here first in the second half. Starters out there for both sides. And the Yotes will go right to left. It's Martin, Harper, Neve, Dow, and Yamaduchi Williams out there for ORU. It's Crawford, Button, Anderson, Benyon, and Fens for the Yotes as Harper gets the inbounds pass. We are off and running in the second 20 minutes. Yamaduchi Williams left wing, feeds it left elbow for Dow. High-low action for Neve, but he strong arms the layup, trying to battle over the taller Fens. And a stop for USD out of the break. On the other side, it's Button. Gives it back out for Benyon. Benyon waits for something to develop, just shy of that USD paw logo. Bounces it right corner for Crawford. Now underneath for Fens, who wants to go to work. Fens to the left, jump hook, left it short. Offensive rebound, though, for Anderson. Had it poked away, right to Fens. He'll put it back up, no good. And the rebound to Yamaduchi Williams, who flips it over for Harper. Brings it across the near sideline for Oral Roberts. Harper to the free throw line, gets inside, dumps it off Yamaduchi Williams. Couldn't handle it, and a save from going out of bounds. That was a nice hustle from Button. And he finds Cameron Fens to slow things down, and the Coyotes bring it across. Benyon with it, far sideline. Now goes between the circles, crosses back over to the wing, bounces it to Crawford on a backdoor cut. Beautifully done by Jordan Crawford. He ended the first half with that long three, just a second three of the ball game for USD, and he starts it off with a layup here in the second half as the Coyotes back within 4, 37-33. Neve for ORU on the other side, left wing, 19 to shoot. Neve surveys, flares it to the right corner for Harper. Harper looking for something, working on Crawford, and he lost it out of bounds, and they will say it stays with ORU. Eric Peterson is wondering how, and I think they may review this, and they will. So Coach Eric Peterson, in his fourth year with South Dakota, wants to review our first review of the ball game to see who it was out of bounds off of. It'll be a 30-second timeout called technically, as the Stripes will head to the monitor for the first time this evening. ORU dealt with a little bit of foul trouble in that first half. And let's get you the breakdown here. 3 different Golden Eagles with fouls. 2 fouls. Chase Martin, Luke Ray and Yamanuchi Williams, all guys that play down low against Fens. Go figure. They both have, or all three of them have, 2 fouls. And then Furnish has 1, Killips has 1, Neve has 1. On the other side for USD, nobody with multiple fouls, but it's Crawford with a foul, Buzelis with a foul, Anderson with a foul, and Brack with a foul. And the guy they really need to try and get into foul trouble, easier said than done because he's so large, Cameron Fens. He's currently clean in the foul category. And he is in double-double watch, 12 points and 6 rebounds at the break for big number 54. He's already got 1 rebound in the second half, so make it 12 and 7 for the game. As this review has been rather quick, it looks like the Stripes have come to a decision as both teams are in their respective huddles. The one final discussion to see what was out of bounds off of. From way up here, it looked like it was just dribbled off of Harper's leg, and unfortunately that goes against Oral Roberts. And it looks like this may get overturned, just based on the reactions from both head coaches. There's been a longer discussion with Eric Peterson than I thought it'd be. And now they're just going to make this a full timeout here. So they're going to bring out the stools, and everybody's going to take a seat as we get the final decision here. They still haven't announced it over the PA system here in the building. The refs are at the scores table. The call is overturned, so now it is immediate timeout, so we'll take it with them. It'll be South Dakota ball after this. 18:37 left to go in the ball game. ORU 37, South Dakota 33. Back in a moment on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
So USD basketball out of the timeout with 18:36 left to go in the game. They trail by 4, 37-33. Now a whistle. And I think Crawford's nose is bleeding, so he runs into the tunnel, so they have to stop play. And Buzelis will quickly sub in for USD. And Crawford literally just took off running out of the tunnel behind South Dakota's basket. And I assume it's a bloody nose. He was grabbing his face. So we play on after a sideline out of bounds. They give it to Benyon, head of the key. They want a back cut with Button, and he loses it off the fingertips out of bounds. The play was there. But Button just couldn't quite handle it for the pass from Benyon. So ORU basketball, the review and the overturned call doesn't do them any harm. So they remain up 4, 37-33. Harper bounces it head of the key for Yamanuchi Williams. Hands it right back off to Harper. He works his way to the left elbow. Pull-up jumper. Rims in and out. Rebound tapped around. And Buzelis has it for South Dakota. Here's Benyon bringing it across. Gives it up Buzelis. Left wing. Thought about the catch and shoot three. Instead, he'll settle for a handoff on the right wing. That's Button with it. Button gets around a couple of defenders all the way in. Lays it in with a left hand. That's the second time he's been able to do that. Get right downhill to that left. And all of a sudden, it's a one-possession game, 37-35. ORU has not scored in the second half thus far. Neve goes baseline, lost it for a moment on the block, regains his dribble, tried to throw it up, and he gets fouled in the process. So 2 shots coming for Ofri Neve. Neve here tonight, 5 points. He's 1 of 2 from the stripe. That is on Silas Benyon, his first, and team's first of the half. Bend to the knees for Neve, first one up and good. As Luke Ray checks in for Yamanuchi Williams for Oral Roberts. First point of the second half for ORU after a 4-0 start for the Coyotes. 38-35, a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Free throw on the way is up and down for Neve. He's made 3 of 4 here tonight. ORU back in front by 4, 39-35. Benyon brings it across straight on for the Coyotes. In between the circles against Dow, goes left around a screen, kicks it back out for Fens. Looking for a handoff. Button goes downhill, lobs it up. Fens throws it down. Nobody home for ORU defensively. There's that pick and roll lob play we saw a handful of times in that first half, and it works to perfection here in the second. Harper gives it up for Dow, left wing for ORU. Now hands it right back off to Harper, 20 to shoot. Harper between the circles. Crosses over a few times to the free throw line. Gets to the right hand. Fadeaway jumper. Right baseline, no good. And Martin grabs down the rebound, and he goes up strong, and he gets fouled. And Fens is down. And I think he may have gotten hit in the nether regions. That'll be on Fens, his first. And Martin comes out grabbing his right shoulder as well. And they're going to go review this to see if there's anything flagrant about it. I don't think there was. Martin just got the loose ball and went up strong with it, and you have to against Fens because he's so big. So the second review already in the second half, and we're only 2:58 in. I would imagine this would be rather quick. Again, I don't think there's anything close to being flagrant here on Chase. But I guess we will find out here rather shortly. The Coyotes 3 for the first 3 in the second half. They're already done looking at the monitor. Both teams breaking the huddles, and there is nothing flagrant about it. So Chase Martin will go to the free throw line. Cameron Fens takes a seat. Hope he's all right. Again, it's never fun getting hit around that area. He picks up his first foul. And Chase Martin on the year, just 11 of 20 from the stripe. And again, has seen a major increase in minutes over the last 2 games. 31.5 in the last 2, and the first free throw is too strong. He's averaging 8.5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists in those 2 starts, and led the team in rebounding against North Dakota after not even playing against the Fighting Hawks in that first matchup on New Year's Day. Second one is up and down for Martinez. He splits a pair, and the lead back up to 3 for ORU, 40-37. Now, can they get a stop on this end? They've not been able to do that thus far in the second half. Brack back in for the Coyotes. He hands it off for Button, who slithers his way to the free throw line. Gets to that left hand, high arcing layup, no good. But a foul is called, and he'll go to the free throw line. We'll go on Ty Harper. That is his first. And the team's first. So Button to the free throw line. We've mentioned his free throw attributes. He is now 39 of 42 over the last 5.5 games, including that first half. And he mixed the first one there. Jordan Crawford checks back in for the Coyotes. So one more for Uzziah Button. Been an everyday starter since November the 23rd. He's been double figures 14 times this year. Make it 15 times as he's into double figures with 10 after a couple of free throws, and it's back to a 1-point game, 40-39, ORU in front. Down with it on the other side for ORU, now between the circles for Gray. Gray wanting Harper off a couple of screens. He's got him. Now Harper looking for some sort of help. He gives it up for Dow with 15. Dow lobs it underneath, the mismatch for Gray. Immediately gets doubled, though, on the right block. Muscles it through, and he draws the foul. It's an intelligent take there from Luke Gray, recognizing he had the double team on him and attacking it straight away. And the foul will go on Jordan Crawford, his second. So Luke Gray goes to the free throw line. He's scoreless here tonight. His first free throw attempts, 74% on the year for him. Coming off of 7.6 rebounds against NDSU, and he knocks down the first free throw. Gray, another guy who's seen increased playing time. Led the team in scoring against North Dakota with 15 points. Also pitched in 5 rebounds. Second one on the way from the sophomore, and it bottoms in. Back to a 3-point game, 42-39, and ORU comes out in that 1-3-1 matchup that we've been seeing defensively over the last month or so. Crawford has it between the circles, matched up against Harper. Picks it up, now gives it left wing for Buzelis. Entry pass tipped on the way into Brack. wants to go to work on Gray. Brack with a right hand, kicks it out. Now Benyon drives to the free throw line, dump off pass, and Brack lays it in over Gray. Good offense yet again for South Dakota. They're really picking it up on that end. And it's back to a 1-point game, 42-41, ORU in front. Now Martin on the other end. Backing down, Benyon gets to the left hand, but he missed the baby hook. It was all Martin until the finish, and now here comes Buzelis and the Coyotes up the near sideline. Benyon now right wing after the feed from Buzelis. Kicks it out left corner, catch and shoot. Crawford three, missed it badly up the side of the backboard, and ORU off and running. Harper with it far sideline. Retreats at the left wing now between the circles for Neve. They play catch. Harper with it once again. Drives in from the head of the key. Gets inside. Left-handed layup good from the right side. Nice take from Ty Harper. Back to a three-point advantage. Harper with a game-high 14 for the Golden Eagles. He's 6 of 11 from the field. Crawford on the other side after a couple of screens for the Yotes. Drives inside right of the lane. Throws up a wild shot. No good. And he gets fouled. ORU bench unhappy with the call. The foul will go on Ofri Neve, and that'll send us to a timeout. 15-14 left to go in the ball game. ORU still in front, however. It's the Golden Eagles 44 and the Coyotes 41 from Vermillion. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
This is number 4, Layman McGrady, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
The newly renovated Embassy Suites Hotel is an official partner of ORU Athletics. The All Suites Hilton property features made-to-order breakfast and a nightly reception for our guests. All new just for you, our full-service hotel will take care of ORU fans like no one else. Give them a call at 918-622-4000. ORU in front of South Dakota, 44-41, with 15-14 left to go in the ball game. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. ORU trying to snap a couple of streaks here tonight. A 10-game losing streak, the 7-game losing streak in conference play, and the nation's longest road losing streak at 30 consecutive games. They have not won a road game since January 3rd of 2024 at Montana State. And that is a monkey that everybody associated with ORU basketball would love to get off their back, as Jordan Crawford is at the free throw line for South Dakota, and he misses the first one short. Crawford, an 80% free throw shooter, so a pretty rare miss for him. He's got 10 points here tonight. Just 1 of 3 from the stripe. He's got one more. A couple of dribbles for the right-hander rocking the long-sleeve shirt underneath his jersey, and he splits a pair there. Back to a 2-point game, 44-42. As Neve will bring it up for Oral Roberts, shading far sideline. Guarded by Buzelis, hands off for Turner, head of the key now for Martin. Martin underneath, on the block, it's Neve. Neve wanted to go to work, had it stripped from behind, and Button comes up with a loose ball. He's ahead of the pack. Button against Martin, and he lays it in. We're tied. Costly turnover there for ORU, just their 7th of the ball game, and we are level at 44 with under 15 left to go. ORU led by as many as 11 in that first half, but it's been all Coyotes here in the second. Neve dribbles in, left elbow. Neve to the block. Tough shot up and good, plus the foul. That calms everybody down for the moment. Ofri Neve, one more at the line to try and complete the 3-point play. A big play from number 9. He's up to 9 points. Connor Dow checks back in for Chase Martin. The foul is on Bunton, his first. Neve 3 of 4 from the stripe here tonight. Free throw on the way and rattles out. Back tap. It is out of bounds off of Dow. And it'll go back to South Dakota. USD outscoring ORU in the second half 13-9 right now. They made 5 of 6 field goals to begin the half. Offense has been humming on this end. Buzelis right elbow. Gives it up, head of the key. Button lets it fly from 3. Rattles in and out. And the rebound to Dow. ORU with the basketball. Turner on the run. Gives it up Gray between the circles. Gray surveys. Back to Turner. Turner around the screen. He'll let it fly. Thought he got fouled. Rebound chased down by Neve, and he'll just land out of bounds. Nowhere to go with it. He thought he called a timeout. And that's what the ORU bench is pleading with the refs for, and they get the call. I was wondering why Neve just landed so nonchalantly. I thought maybe he had no play, or he just kind of accepted the fact that he was going to land out of bounds. But they do get the timeout in midair. High IQ play there from Ofri Neve. Now, how will that affect ORU down the stretch? That'll be the question. They would only have 2 timeouts left after that one. It's a 30-second timeout for the Golden Eagles, so we will keep it here. But that is a big-time IQ play from Ofri Neve. Well, Jim Norton Toyota is where T-Town gets Toyota. Why? Jim Norton Toyota always has a huge selection of new Toyotas. Jim Norton Toyota has lifetime warranties on every new Toyota, and you get it all plus huge Jim Norton Toyota discounts. Come see them at Jim Norton Toyota, 9809 South Memorial, where T-Town gets Toyota. So it is Golden Eagle basketball. After the Neve timeout, it'll be a baseline out-of-bounds play. Ty Harper will do the honors. And he's got the basketball now. Harper surveys. Lobs it up top for Gray. Catch and shoot 3 right wing. Missed it short. And the rebound in and out of the hands of Buzelis. On the floor, it's Turner. Ball still loose, and now a tie-up. And the possession arrow will favor USD. If that's what they go to, yes, they do. It's a jump ball. The ORU bench likes the hustle. And now we see Cameron Fens emerge from the bench for the first time after getting hit below the belt. He checks in with Trent Hudgens, one of those midseason additions. It'll be Button to bring it across for USD. Gets a screen to the right from Buzelis. Now right wing. And they go right inside for Fens. Guess who? Over Gray, and he draws the foul. That is Gray's third, so something to keep an eye out there with 13:54 left to go in the game. And Fens back to the free throw line as Yuto Yamanuchi-Williams is forced to check back in. Fens with 14 points and 7 rebounds, but he is 0 of 4 from the stripe here tonight. First free throw on the way for the 7-footer, and he finally sees one go through. So Gray checks out, Yamanuchi-Williams back in, and I'm sure that'll turn into a chess match later for Corey Barnett. Gray with 3, Yamanuchi-Williams with 2. Second free throw up and down for Fens. So the law of averages comes into play there. He's now 2 of 6 from the free throw line, and we're back to being tied at 46. Harper brings it across straight on for the Golden Eagles. Bounces it, head of the key. Yamanuchi-Williams goes to the right elbow, looking for some sort of help. Now gets a handoff from Harper. Harper at the free throw line, backs his way into the Summit League logo, and they get him for an offensive foul. They say he extended the arm a little bit too much, and that's Harper's second. So a turnover there gives it back to South Dakota, level at 46. Once again, ORU led by as many as 11 in this game. Back in the first half. Button with the basketball, deep left wing. Tries to spin around Harper, nothing given. Bounces it underneath for Fens. Fens sees the double team. They swing it around. Crawford catch and shoot 3. Left it short. Tried for the tip dam, did Fens, but he gets his own miss, and he puts it up and in, and USD's got the lead back. 48-46. Harper ahead of the key for ORU. Drives inside all the way to the bucket. No good, but the tip is no good there from Yamanuchi-Williams. Thought he got fouled. But instead, here come the Coyotes on the run. Button all the way in. Got it pinned off the glass by Yamanuchi-Williams. USD reclaims possession, however, and Crawford swings it over. They go back right inside for Fens. One-on-one with Yamanuchi-Williams. Spins around him and scores with the right hand. 2-possession lead for the Coyotes, 50-46, and ORU's going to have to use another timeout, and they've only got one left. It is 17-9 Coyotes in this second half. And they are on a 6-0 run over the last minute 19. So ORU facing a big shot of adversity really for the first time here tonight, as they find themselves down 2 possessions. They've been down by as many as 5, and it's a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. The Coyotes have battled back and have taken the lead at home. South Dakota 50, ORU 46. We'll be back in a moment from Vermillion on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
Four-point lead for the Coyotes here at home, as they've taken a 50-46 lead over ORU, as they've got the basketball right now after the Corey Barnett timeout. Dow still looking, finally gets it in for Yamaduchi Williams. He's got it now at the right wing. 22 to shoot for the Golden Eagles. Gives it up for Dow. He's been quiet in this half. Gives it up now, Harper right corner. Harper to the elbow, lost his footing and a travel. Nothing going ORU's way right now. It's a 19-9 edge for USD in the second half. As Button will bring it across for the Coyotes. Shades left to the wing, being guarded by Turner. Bounces it underneath. They go right back to Fens. Fens going one-on-one with Yamaduchi Williams. Kicks it out. Button a 3, no good. Missed it short, and the rebound for Dow. See if ORU can finally take the lid off on this side. Harper, head of the key for Dow. Hands off for Turner. Turner looks left, now gives it right for Harper at the wing. Harper skip pass for Turner left wing. Drives in from the head of the key. Turner all the way in. Got it swatted by Fence. Saves it back in bounds right to Harper, who throws it down with 2 hands. Right place, right time for Ty Harper. Lets out a little bit of frustration on that rim. And he's up to 16 points. Back to a 2-point game. Button gives it up for Buzelis, right wing. Now Fens head of the key. Fens looking for a handoff. They find Button wide open on a back cut. Lays it in. The back cut has been open all night long for South Dakota if they want it. And they take a 4-point lead yet again, 52-48. Yamaduchi Williams, top of the key. Looking for Harper. He's got him right wing, and Harper gets bumped and fouled by Buzelis. That'll send us to immediate timeout. Buzelis picks up his second. And ORU remains down 4. 11-10 left to go in the ball game. It's South Dakota 52 and Oral Roberts 48. We'll be back in a moment from the Sanford Coyote Sports Center. This is the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
This is number 20, Lane Sparks, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
ORU basketball out of the timeout, a baseline out of bounds as Turner lobs it head of the key for Neve. Got Buzelis in the air. He gets fouled, and he hit the jumper from 15 feet out. Ofri Neve in and one as Buzelis went right over his shoulder. And another chance for a three-point play for the transfer from West Virginia as Buzelis is a little bit slow to get up. He also kind of got caught below the belt. He got way up in the air, and Neve was able to duck underneath him to draw the contact. That is the third on Vince Buzelis. He'll check out as Ethan Kaiser checks back in. Neve now up to 11 points. He's 3 of 5 from the stripe. Free throw rattles home. That is a big swing from Ofri Neve. It is back to a 1-point game, 52-51. Coyotes in front with 11 to play. They give it up Crawford. Now Kaiser well outside the arc, being hounded by Martin. Right back to Crawford. Crawford inside for Fens, and they're going to get Yuto Yamanuchi-Williams with a foul away from the play. That is his third. So now him and Gray both have 3 fouls, and Gray will check in for Yuto Yamanuchi-Williams. And again, we mentioned earlier that could become a chess match here in this second half about who KB plays and when. And right now it's Gray. Benyon to inbound on the baseline out of bounds. Right to Fenn, spins back to the right hand. Layup too strong, and the rebound to Martin. ORU's numbers if they hurry. Turner races across half court. In the air, lobs it underneath. Too tall for Gray. It's out of bounds. Transition game has affected ORU here tonight. It has not been the greatest, and there's a turnover. Their 8th. That's a costly one. Trying to take the lead back. 52-51 it remains. Coyotes in front. So we approach 10.5 left to go from Vermillion. Crawford, right corner, dribbles it up to the wing. Now head of the key for Fens. Left side for Benyon. Benyon dribbles to the free throw line, kicks it out. Kaiser thought about the catch and shoot 3. Got his man of the year, now gives it up for Benyon. Right back outside for Kaiser. His 3 rattles in. Kaiser's second 3 of the night. He's up to 6 points. Back to a 4-point South Dakota advantage, 55-51. Furnish with the basketball for ORU, looking for somebody. Bounces it head of the key for Gray. Gray looking, finds Furnish. Around to Gray's screen. Furnish pocket pass to Gray. Floater up, no good off the heel of the rim. And the rebound bounces right to Benyon. Good look there for ORU. They just couldn't put it home. And on the other side, it's Hudgens. Works his way inside, lobs it for Fens. He got fouled and he missed the layup. And ORU has had a ton of trouble guarding that pick and roll lob play. That is the third on Chase Martin. Team foul number 6 for ORU. The team fouls are now even here in the second half as Cameron Fens back to the free throw line. He's got 20 points and 8 rebounds. Just 2 of 6 from the stripe, though. First one on the way, and he missed it. Button back in for South Dakota. Dow and Harper emerge from the bench for ORU as Turner and Martin take a seat. One more for Fens at the free throw line. Continues to be on double-double watch. Second one on the way. Rims in and out. 2 big misses as Dow rips down the rebound for ORU. And here comes Furnish. We'll bring it up one-on-one against Hudgens. Furnish across half court. Hands it off for Dow at the right wing. Now they swing it to the left wing for Neve, who hands off for Harper. Harper with 15 on the timer. Goes left to right wing. He'll pull up from 3. It's on the way. Too strong. And the rebound ripped down by Fens, his 9th. Just a lot of body right there to try and jump out and get a rebound over. Now Bunton on the other side. Bunton with a hesitation. Shows and goes with the left hand. Missed it. Offensive rebound. Fens and a late whistle on the putback. So Cameron Fens back to the free throw line. That is Luke Gray's 4th. And there's still 9:14 left to go in this game. So Barron Smith will come off the bench in a matter of moments. So Fens back to the line. First one on the way, left it short. He is 2 of 9 for the free throw line here tonight. And that's been a big reason why ORU has been able to hang around. USD is just 10 of 19 from the line as a team. Second one on the way for Fens. Yeah, it's good. Lead is up to 5 for the Coyotes, 56-51, as Brack checks in for Fens. More one-on-one pressure coming from Trent Hudgens against Furnish. And Neve will just kind of vacate him out of there as Furnish brings it across. Furnish goes right around to Smith's screen, right back to Smith on the roll. Smith spins to the right hand, but he couldn't finish. It's a pretty take there by Barron Smith, but just couldn't knock it down. Scoring drought of 2 minutes for ORU. They give it right wing for Button, being harassed by Ty Harper. 18 to shoot for the Coyotes. Button goes left around to screen, gets Harper on his hip, and he draws the foul. Harper can't believe it. That is his third. 8th team foul. So free throws the rest of the way for the Coyotes. And ORU just needs to find an answer on the defensive side of the basketball. Button 14 points. He has 4 of 4 from the stripe. And the first one is good. Continues to just be magnificent for the free throw line. Now 42 of 45 over his last now 6 games. And he knocks down the second one. Just automatic for him, and it's the largest lead of the game for the Coyotes at 7. 58-51. ORU led by 11 points in the first half. Furnish all the way downhill, dumps it off for Smith, and he got it blocked by Hudgens underneath. Now here comes Crawford on the other end, left wing. Gives it up for Bunton, head of the key. Bunton goes right, back outside for Crawford. Between the circles with 20. Crawford, shake and bake inside, right-handed layup, no good. And the rebound ripped down by Smith. Gives it up for Dow's on the run up the near sideline. Now Furnish right wing. Furnish goes left around to Smith's screen. Kicks it back out for Harper. Harper drives in right of the lane, and an offensive foul. They say Harper pushed off. That's his 4th. And I don't really know about that one. ORU just 2 of their last 10 from the field. Chase Martin checks back in, and Gray checks in with those 4 fouls. We tick towards 8 minutes. And they call a technical foul on the ORU bench. After that call, so frustration just building here in this second half. It's Uzziah Bunton. No shocker there at the free throw line. First free throw is on the way and rattles home. One more for Bunton to make it a 9-point game, and he missed. Finally, he missed. He was 7 of 7 before that one. So 59-51 with 8:04 left to go in the ball game. ORU needs an answer, and they need it right now. It'll be Button to bring it across for USD. Brings it across straight on. Goes left around the screen. Button trying to get downhill. Kicks it back outside for Kaiser. They swing it right side for Crawford. Back up top. They swing it. Button, head of the key, one-on-one against Martin. Gets to that left hand, kicks it out. Kaiser left wing 3 on the way, off the heel. And the long rebound to Furnish. Furnish on the run. Head of the key, dumps it off for Neve. Extra pass. Dow thought about it from the left wing. Drives inside instead. Euro step layup well off the mark. And the rebound for Kaiser. It's a wild take there from Connor Dow, and the drought continues. 2 of their last 11 are the Golden Eagles. 7.5 left to play. They bounce it for Brack underneath. They kick it back out. Hudgens of 3, left wing, no good. And the rebound, Dow with a rebound. Dow's got it now, right wing. Picked up his dribble, bounces it underneath for Gray. Gray goes to work, tries to spin in on Brack. Gray still going to work. Banks it off the backboard, but missed it yet again. There is a lid on the hoop right now for ORU. 2 of their last 12, as we're under 7 minutes left to go. 59-51, South Dakota in front. A Bunton at the left elbow. Really wants to get to that left hand. ORU's been much better about limiting that. Out the right wing. Hudgens all the way inside. Got it blocked by Gray out of bounds, and it'll stay with South Dakota. And that'll send us to a timeout. The USD up by 8, 59-51. They're on a 7-0 run. ORU is 2 of their last 12 from the field in a scoring drought nearing 4.5 minutes. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
What's going on? This is Luke Gray. You're listening to ORU basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
ORU down 8, 59-51. 6:40 left to go in the ball game. It is USD basketball here in Vermilion. As Bunton lobs it in for Fens. He catches it in the left corner. 3-ball up, no good, but he gets fouled. The foul's on Jack Turner. So 3 shots coming for Uzziah Bunton, and ORU is over the limit. First foul on Jack Turner. Bunton at the stripe, where he's 7 of 8 here tonight. Knocks down the first. ORU is 2 of their last 12 on offense, a scoring drought of 4.5 minutes. USD on a 7-0 run before that free throw over the last 3:45. 2 shots are down so far for Bunton as Silas Benyon works his way back onto the court. One more for Bunton. And it is up and down. Largest lead for South Dakota at 11 matches ORU's largest lead, which was 11. Turner brings it across half court straight on. ORU's got some work to do, and they need to do it in a hurry. Turner hand fighting, gives it up for Neve, left elbow. Neve, he'll put up a tough jumper. Got fouled, and he made it again. That is the second time he's done that from 15 feet out. And Ofri Neve not willing to go away here in Vermilion. He's up to 14 and a chance for 3 at the line. That's amazing. Said your more traditional layup and one, but now 2 elbow jumpers plus the foul here tonight. Fouls on Buzelis yet again, and the free throw is up and down for Neve. So Buzelis has 4 to match his jersey number. ORU back with an 8, 62-54 as we approach 6 minutes. On the other side, it's Benyon. Gives it out. Buzelis thought about the left wing 3. Right back over to the right wing for Benyon. Hands off for Crawford. A pick and pop. Benyon, 3-ball on the way. Good. High arcer goes down for Benyon. Just the 4th 3 to go down for South Dakota here tonight, and they lead by 11 yet again, 65-54. Big screen from Yamanuchi Williams, frees Turner for the moment. Swerves his way into the block. They swing it around now for Neve, right wing. Neve lurking, and he nearly threw it right to Crawford, but Dow corrals in the backcourt. 12 to shoot for ORU. Neve has Benyon on his hip. He'll pull up from 15. Left it short that time, and Buzelis with a rebound for South Dakota, and they'll slow it down. 5.5 left to play from Vermilion. Bunton brings it across. Those left hands off for Crawford. Works his way to the free throw line, right elbow. Crawford inside against Martin. Wild shot, no good. Rebound, Neve. ORU off and running. It's a 3-on-3. They give it up down. Thought about the left wing three. Inside now. Neve with a nice pump fake. Lays it in with the left hand. Good find from Connor Dow. And nice job in his credit to not get crazy and shoot that contested three. 65-56 and a timeout called by Bunton and South Dakota. There's a little bit of extracurricular after the whistle. It is 65-56 USD in front. It is a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here. ORU being outscored in the second half, 34-19. ORU was up 11 with a minute left in the first half, and then USD cut it to 6 at the break. And then it has been all South Dakota since. And they are up 65-56 despite only making one of their last 7 field goals. It's been the free throw line. They have shot 27 free throws to ORU's 13. They've made 17 of them. And ORU has doubled up USD in turnovers 10-5. And points off of turnovers, which were once even at 4. South Dakota now with a 14-4 advantage in that category. As it's South Dakota ball, they will inbound it in front of their own bench with Crawford. Crawford looking at the backcourt, doesn't have him, and now it gets it into Buzelis at the left wing. Buzelis knocks Neve to the floor, but no whistle. And now Crawford gives it up. Buzelis with 16 to shoot. Now Benyon feeds it underneath. Fens one-on-one against Yamaduchi Williams. Floats it home right over him with the right hand. And Fens has just had his way down there, and ORU has not sent a double team his way really all night. Now Harper goes left. Back to the right and around to Yamaduchi Williams' screen. Harper fights contact, gives it up for Neve, short corner right side. Neve wants to back his way in on Benyon. Neve draws the foul. He made the shot, but they're not going to give him continuation. So a 1-on-1 chance for Ofri Neve after the foul on Silas Benyon. We talked about Neve's ability to get to the free throw line. He frustrates a lot of people. This will be his 8th attempt. He's 5 of 7 right now. He's got 17 points and 6 rebounds to lead all Golden Eagles. Front end of the 1-on-1, no good. Offensive rebound, Yamaduchi Williams muscles it back up, no good. And Fens with a rebound to clean it up for USD. And they'll slow it down. Struggle continues on offense. ORU just 2 of their last 10. Benyon left wing. They want to feed it underneath for Fens. Entry pass tipped away by Neve, and it's a loose ball. Yamaduchi Williams saves it right to Benyon. They swing it out for Button. Gets downhill, feeds Fens, got his man in the air, got blocked on the way up, and finally a whistle, and he gets fouled. So a chaotic possession results in Cameron Fens headed to the free throw line as Ofri Neve picks up his 3rd personal foul. And it'll be the final timeout of the second half. USD with a 67-56 lead over Oral Roberts. We'll be back in a moment. This is Golden Eagle basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC. Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
This is number 5, Connor Down. You're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
67-56 lead for South Dakota over Oral Roberts. 3:59 left to go in the ball game as Cameron Fens back to the free throw line after the foul on Ofri Neve. That was his third personal. ORU is over the limit. Fens 23 and 11 for him tonight in the double-double. He knocks down the first free throw. Just 4 of 11 from the stripe here tonight. South Dakota has doubled up ORU in free throws, 28-14 right now. One more coming for big number 54. It's on the way, and it rims in and out. Largest lead for USD, however, at 12. And ORU needs answers, and they need them now. Harper, deep left wing. Goes back between the circles. A flare screen for Dow. Dow underneath. Reverse layup up and good as he drove left baseline. Nicely done from Connor Dow. It's back to a 10-point game, 68-58. With 3:40 left to go. Benyon brings it across for USD. Far sideline being guarded by Dow. Gets a switch on a screen with Luke Gray. Benyon bounces it back out for Buzelis. They'll reset it midcourt with Bunton. 15 on the shot clock. Bunton goes right. Bunton with a right-handed layup this time, and he ladles it into the basket. 70-58, USD back in front. Harper races up the near sideline in front of his head coach. Harper, he'll square up for 3, lets it fly, knocks it through. That one rattles down, and ORU uses its last timeout with 3:09 left to go as that 3 cuts it to a 9-point game, 70-61. We have 30-second timeout for Oral Roberts. And again, that is their last one. So keep that in mind. South Dakota still has 2 timeouts left. ORU does have the possession arrow. But they need to stop, and they need another score in order to really make this interesting down the stretch in the final 3:09. It's been all South Dakota in this second half. They've outscored the Golden Eagles 39-24 in the second 20 minutes. ORU led by 11 in the first half. USD has led by 12 in the second half. A 23-point swing right there. And it'll be USD basketball out of the timeout. Furnish, Dow, Harper, Gray, and Neve out there for ORU. It's Benyon, Buzelis, Fens, Crawford, and Bunton out there. As Benyon receives the pass after he inbounded it, gets doubled on a full-court pressure. Now they swing it far sideline, and Bunton will bring it across. They bounce it. Crawford gets trapped on the far sideline. Crawford with a jump pass, head of the key for Benyon, gets inside, dumps it off. Fens extra dribble, got it blocked by Dow on the way up. And here comes ORU. Harper on the other end, races head of the key. Harper dumps it off, extra pass. Gray left open, left wing 3. Off the mark, back tap for Dow. Finds the hands of Neve, an extra opportunity here. Neve left wing off of a handoff. Neve drives baseline, gets inside, layup left it short. And that kind of half for ORU. Full court pressure on. Benyon trying to get around Neve. Flips it ahead for Bunton. Now they get it across half court for Buzelis left wing. Give it back up for Crawford now between the circles for Benyon. And now at half court for Bunton, who resets with 15 on the shot clock. Bunton gets a screen to the left from Fens. Fades back, gives it up for Crawford. They swing it around. Benyon with 4. Benyon to the free throw line. Fades away the Summit League logo. Jumper too strong, and the rebound Neve. Back-to-back stops for ORU. 2 minutes left to play. Furnish sprinting up ahead. Gets around Buzelis. Hangs and hits off the glass. Cal Furnish with a nice take. And ORU is back within 7, 70-63. Bunton on the other end for USD. Bounces it for Benyon. Now far side for Buzelis. Back to Benyon between the circles. 19 to shoot for the Yotes. And they give it to Bunton, who will reset. ORU needs a stop. We approach 90 seconds to play. Bunton around to screen. Flings it back out for Buzelis. Nearly threw it out of bounds. Buzelis right wing with 6. Buzelis goes to the baseline, step through off the pump fake, rattles in and out, got his own miss. Ball loose now, and Gray's got it. Flips it up to Furnish across half court. Furnish gives it over for Ty Harper, drives right baseline, got fouled and laid it in. Ty Harper, the N1 bucket after driving the baseline, and a chance to pull ORU within 4 at the free throw line. 70-65 with 1:15 left to go. And how about this 7-0 run from the Golden Eagles over the last minute 54 to crawl back into it. Harper with 21 points. He has not shot a free throw here tonight. But he's an 82% free throw shooter. And he missed it. A rebound for Fens. 5-point game. 1:11 left to go. Bunton with it. Gives it up for Benyon. He breaks the pressure. Far side. Now gives it up for Fens, who gets fouled by Neve. That is Neve's fourth. And Fens back to the free throw line. And that's the guy you want there. He's 4 of 12 from the stripe here tonight, despite his 24 and 12. Him and Bunton, the two players for USD, over 20 points. Bunton has 22. On the other side for ORU, Harper leads everybody with 21. Neve with 17, Dow with 10. First free throw from Fens on the way, and he missed it. Another big shot coming for Cameron Fens. This will be a two-possession game regardless of what happens. 70-65 with 1:04 left to go. ORU looking for a late rally. They're trailed by as many as 12, and that was just moments ago. Second one on the way from Fens, and he knocks it down. A 6-point game. 71-65. ORU needs a bucket. They've only hit 5 threes here tonight, and they trail by 6. Furnish to the left elbow, spins back, finds Harper, straight on 3 on the way. Missed it to the left, and the rebound for Fens. Gives it up for Benyon, and Benyon gets fouled. Benyon is down right in front of Corey Barnett, and he gets helped up by his teammates and KB. The headband came flying off as well. So that'll send Benyon to the free throw line. That'll be the 5th on Ofri Neve, so his night is over. With 51 seconds left. That'll prompt Martins Killips to come back in for Oral Roberts. So Neve finishes with 17.7 rebounds on 6 of 10 shooting. 2 assists as well. Good night for Ofri. 71-65, and Benyon at the free throw line. First one is good. Just the 4th point for Benyon here tonight. That was his first free throw attempt all night. He is just 5 of 6 now from the line, but again, he's not played very much this year because he's a midseason addition, and he knocks down both. 73-65, USD in front. Substitution for ORU. Jack Turner checks in for Luke Gray. Get a little bit more shooting out there. ORU with a pretty small lineup. Connor Dow is currently the tallest player out there for ORU. Here comes Furnish racing up the near sideline. Furnish attacks on Buzelis, pulls up from 10, and it rattles home. Full court pressure back on for ORU. Benyon gets it in for Crawford, right back to Benyon. Tries to throw it through a double team. They're going to call a kick ball on Harper, even though it hit him in the waist area. Harper did jump and kick out his leg, but it didn't really hit him in the leg, and they're going to say kick ball anyway. So it keeps it with South Dakota. That is a big call. They get it in for Bunton. Bounces it right back for Benyon. Benyon attacks the double team. Up ahead for Bunton. And that's a 10-second call. Did they call a foul first? Corey Barnett is saying, hey, review that. And can they review that? That's a real question. They're going to call the foul on Cal Furnish. And unless they say the foul was before 10 seconds, that was a 10-second violation. The clock stopped with 19 on the shot clock. So Furnish picks up his second personal, and Bunton back to the free throw line with 31.1 left to go in the ball game. And he rattles home the first. That'll put Brack back in for Cameron Fens, who leaves the game with 25 points and 13 rebounds, and he leaves to a standing ovation. One more for Bunton, and it rims home. 75-67. Pretty much a 1-second difference between shot and game clock. Here comes Harper down the lane, lays it in with the left hand. 24.7 left to go. Buzelis gets the inbounds pass. Buzelis trapped by Furnish, and now a timeout called by Eric Peterson. One more after this. A 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Coyotes 75, Golden Eagles 69. Chase Martin will check back into the game for ORU after the timeout. And I feel like if you're ORU and you're down 6, you got to foul pretty much immediately. You're kind of past the territory of you wait X amount of seconds to try and get a steal. But we will see what they elect to do here. And ORU being outscored in the second half 44-32. And I know I sound like a broken record, but ORU led by as many as 11 in the first half. They've trailed by 12 in the second half. Been a completely different team. And here we go out of the timeout. Benyon to inbound against full court pressure. Bounces it in for Bunton. Splits the double team. Bunton on the run, and he gets fouled by Turner. That is Turner's second. ORU is well over the limit, so 2 shots for the last guy you want at the free throw line, Uzziah Bunton. He's 12 of 13 for the free throw line. Half of his points have come from the stripe. He's got 24. Nobody but Golden Eagles on the lane. First free throw on the way is good. Ty Harper checks back in for Chase Martin. A little bit more offense in there for ORU with 17.7 left to go. ORU down 7. Trio dribbles for Bunton. And it rattles home. ORU just needs to go. Down 8, 77-69. Harper with a hesitation gets all the way in, lays it in with a left hand. Actually, it rimmed all the way out. They give it over for Benyon, and Benyon gets double teamed. It's stripped out of bounds by Harper with 6.2. Headed every part of the rim, went halfway down, and bounced out somehow, some way. And ORU is going to drop this one. With shorthanded and all, the Coyotes are going to win their 4th league game and get to 500 in Summit League play. Benyon to inbound with 6.2. They give it up for Crawford, and Crawford will just dribble this out. And the final score from Vermillion, a come-from-behind victory for the Coyotes at home. They win it 77-69 over Oral Roberts. Coyotes now at 12-11, 4-4 in the conference. And ORU drops to 5-18 and 0-8 in Summit League play. They drop their 11th in a row and their 31st consecutive road game dating back to January of 2024. Well, stick with us. The Empire Fence postgame show comes your way next. We'll recap it all and break down what happened in the world of college basketball and have a conversation with the head coach, Corey Barnett. So don't go anywhere. The Empire Fence comes your way next. Once again, the final score, South Dakota 77 and Oral Roberts 69. Back in a moment on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
This is number 4, Layman McGrady, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast. Whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial, sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
A full breakdown, reaction, and analysis of Golden Eagle basketball comes your way right now. Hear from head coach Corey Barnett and more on the Empire Fence postgame show. Once again, here's Connor Clark.
Unfortunately for ORU, the streak continues on the road and in general. The final score, the Coyotes of South Dakota defeat the Golden Eagles of Oral Roberts 77-69. My name's Connor Clark. This is the ORU Sports Network. And this is the Empire Fence postgame show. Big thanks to all of you for making us a part of your Thursday night festivities. It really does mean a whole ton for you guys to sync us up with some ORU basketball each and every single night. We really appreciate the support. But let's break this thing down from start to finish. ORU did hold an 11-point lead with a minute and 1 second left to go in that first half. They led 37-26. And then ever since then, it was South Dakota and all South Dakota. They took a lead as large as 12 in the second half. It was 70-58 with 3:22 left to go. ORU did put together a late run, but it was too little too late as ORU drops now their 11th game in a row and their 31st consecutive road game dating back to January 3rd of 2024. ORU now down to 5-18 on the year, 0-8 in Summit League play, halfway through Summit League play. And South Dakota, give them a ton of credit. I mean, Eric Peterson, honestly, in my mind, is getting votes for Coach of the Year in this conference. He is 12-11 right now. He is 4-4 in league play, and they have had injury after injury after injury. They're missing essentially 2 starters for the entire season. They've picked up players midseason, and they just keep finding a way to win these games. And you just got to give them the respect, too. I mean, I know at the end of the day, it's a competition thing, and we're all upset that ORU lost, but at the end of the day, you got to kind of marvel at what Eric Peterson is doing, and I give him his flowers. It is really, really impressive. And on top of that, South Dakota was just 2-10 when trailing at the half this year. They pick up their 3rd win in set scenario despite being so shorthanded. And, of course, this is their 3rd game without Isaac Bruns in the lineup, the conference's leading scorer and a top 20 scorer in the nation. And I don't think anybody would have thought that South Dakota would be 2-1 in that stretch. I mean, that is how impressive this is. So let's get you some numbers, totals for either team. ORU shoots at 42% for the field, 29% from 3, and 67% for the free throw line. That was a huge disparity, and we'll get to that in just a second. South Dakota, 42% for the field, 25% from the three-point line, and 68% from the free throw line. ORU shot 15 free throws, and South Dakota shot 37 free throws. So that is a massive, massive difference, and they missed 12 of them. ORU with 10 turnovers, the Yotes with 5 points up those turnovers, the Coyotes with 14, ORU with 4. All of those came in the first half. Total rebounding battle, South Dakota wins it 40-38, 30-29 defensively, 10-9 offensively. Second chance points, the Yotes with 15 of them. Golden Eagles with just 5. Bench points, ORU's bench outscores South Dakota's 14-10. Points to the paint, South Dakota 38, ORU 34. Fast break points, the Golden Eagles 17 and the Yotes 10. Blocks, South Dakota with a 5-3 edge as well in steals, also 5-3. And assists, 12-9 in favor of the Coyotes. This game was tied 5 times. The time tied was just 3 minutes and 12 seconds. There were 6 lead changes. 5 of those lead changes came in the first half. ORU led for 14 minutes and 33 seconds. And the Coyotes led for 22 minutes and 15 seconds. Individual totals for South Dakota. Button leads the way with 26 points, 14 of 15 for the free throw line. Just insane numbers there. and 2 assists for him. And, of course, the player of the night for South Dakota, Cameron Fenn's, just too much to handle down low. 25 points, 13 rebounds, a dominant double-double. He did struggle from the free throw line, just 5 of 14, but he was 10 of 16 from the field. And the lone other Coyote in double figures, Jordan Crawford, with 11 points on 4 of 12, shooting 3 rebounds and 1 assist. On the other side, Ty Harper leads all Golden Eagles with 23 points on 10 of 19 shooting. He hits 3 threes, adds 5 rebounds. Ofri Neve fouled out, but he did have 17 points and 7 rebounds to go along with 2 assists. 6 of 10 from the field. And finally, it was Connor Dow with 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting, 2 of 2 from downtown, and 9 rebounds. A near double-double for CD here tonight, and 2 assists to go along with that. But ORU started 4 of 5 from the three-point line. They finished 1 of 12. That is just a staggering flip. And we said it in the Empire Fence pregame show, the percentages during this losing streak. ORU shoots at 40% from the field during this losing streak. They shoot at 42% here tonight. And they've been shooting 28% from 3 during the losing streak. They shoot at 29% here tonight. So the percentages in the first half were looking very, very promising. And, well, they really evened out in those second 20 minutes. So, unfortunately, ORU drops their 11th straight by a final of 77-69. They are now down to 5-18 and 0-8 in Summit League play. Speaking of the Summit League, just one other game in action here tonight as we catch you up on the college basketball scoreboard here on the Empire Fence postgame show. And North Dakota comes from behind and shocks the Tommies on the road. They improved to 7-2 in Summit League play. They beat the Tommies 81-80 up at Lee and Penny Anderson Arena in the Twin Cities. I mean, this is unprecedented stuff from North Dakota and Paul Sather's group. They were picked second to last in the conference, shades of Omaha from a year ago. If you remember that, they went on to win the league. North Dakota, I'm not saying they're going to win the league because North Dakota State looks really, really good, but, I mean, they have essentially as good a shot as anybody does right now at 7-2 in the conference. Yesterday, there were 2 Summit League games. Denver defeats Kansas City on the road 69-61 to improve to 3-5 in Summit League play. Kansas City falls to 1-7 in league play, and Omaha defeats South Dakota State 80-71 at Baxter Arena at home. They improved to 4-4 in league play, and South Dakota State drops to 3-4 in league play. That is who ORU will play on Saturday at 2 o'clock. You can catch the pregame right here on the ORU Sports Network at 1:40 p.m. Central Time. Take a look at the top 25 here tonight. Pretty quiet night in the top 25 here on this Thursday. Just 2 games in action, one of which has been final for quite a while. Number 8, Iowa State hosting Colorado, and it was all Cyclones all the time. They win by 30, 97-67 the final there. They score 52 in the first half, 45 in the second half, and they are now 19-2 overall. Halftime in the Big Ten, number 9, Illinois hosting Washington in Champaign, fighting Illini with a 33-26 lead over what is a pretty pesky Washington Huskies team, and they are 3-6 in the Big Ten, currently having their hands full with 8-1. Illinois in the Big Ten, they are 17-3 overall. Keaton Wagler leads all scorers with 11 points, and Steinbach pitching in 6 for Washington, an impressive freshman averaging 17-11 in his first year in college. That is a look at the top 25 scoreboard and the Summit League scoreboard here on the Empire Fence postgame show. We'll take one quick break, and then after that, we'll talk with the head man, Corey Barnett, following the 77-69 loss to get his take on tonight's ball game. So stick around for that. This is the Empire Fence postgame show, and it rolls on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Reese's, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura and select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing your investment is protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at DonThorntonAuto.com.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Reese's, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Reese's, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
This is number 1, Ty Harper, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
This is number 4, Lemon McGrady, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura and select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing your investment is protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
Welcome back to the Empire Fence postgame show here on the ORU Sports Network. Connor Clark now joined by the head coach, Corey Barnett, following a 77-69 final. And, Coach, obviously things went awry there a little bit in that second half with Cameron Fens. And, of course, there's kind of only so much you could do with a guy that size in this league. But what did you see defensively on him here tonight? And how do you go about kind of adjusting that the next time you see him?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to adjust when we don't do what we worked on all week, which is obviously very frustrating. And we tried 3 different guys, and unfortunately, we weren't able to get to what we wanted to get to consistently enough. And I just didn't think we brought the level of intentionality and urgency on that end that was needed to be able to limit his touches and make them hard. And unfortunately, I thought he really got whatever he wanted tonight and threw us out of the way multiple different times, went and got offensive rebounds. It got his post touches too often where he wanted them. And that was something we drilled for 3 straight days, that we were really working to push his catches out, and then didn't work out the way we wanted. And as much as we tried to rotate those 3 bigs, unfortunately, we didn't get to execute the game plan the way we needed to.
Ofri Neve with another really nice night for you guys, 17-7, and unfortunately fouls out down the stretch. But you made some big plays to kind of shift that momentum back onto your side with a few and ones. And again, he's just a guy who continues to get to the free throw line relentlessly, and he's really frustrated opponents.
Yeah, no, I thought Ofri had a good intentionality to him, but he's a part of that first group. And unfortunately, to start both halves, I just didn't think we came out with the level of urgency and fight that we needed to. And guys really responded after the first media of both halves. But to me, those are both big time opportunities for us to stretch this lead and really push it out. And we didn't do it. So we have to figure out if that's a lineup change or what that first unit looks like. I feel like we've tried 6 or 7 different starting lineups this year, and for whatever reason, we haven't been able to find what that rhythm looks like. So I feel like those starts are massive for us, just with that confidence level and being able to put the pressure back on our opponent. And they came out in the second half and they brought the fight to us. And then we made a few adjustments. I thought we kind of leveled it out, and then really got down to just guarding the basketball. And they got downhill on their pick and rolls, and they got the touches they wanted, and we did not. So it was obviously a very frustrating game.
Last thing for you, after a pretty pedestrian Saturday for Ty and Connor, they came out, and especially Connor shooting the ball really, really well. Connor finishes with 10 and 4 of 6 shooting, and of course Ty 23 points and 5 rebounds. What's it like seeing those two guys kind of get the rhythm back offensively?
No, I mean those are our big three have to go score, and they did. I thought Ofri, Ty, and Connor went and got it tonight, and their whole game plan was to limit Connor's touches, and thankfully he still got to his 6 shots. And I thought all of them were super high quality, and even when he didn't, his 2 assists were wide open layups for others just because of the way they were guarding him. So I thought he did an incredible job. But from our 5 position, we can't go 1 for 18. It's just that we can't. And I thought a lot of them were point blank, things that we got to finish, things that we work on every single day. So that's something that we need to get back in. Everybody's got to look in the mirror and figure out how do we put those in the rim. And they weren't all against 54. There were plenty of opportunities against 34 in their guards. And we have to be a team that can finish at a high level. And to me, I thought we got a lot better quality looks at the rim than they did. And they still beat us in the paint by 4. So that's something that needs to change quickly.
Well, Coach, as always, thanks so much for the time, and we'll talk to you on Saturday.
Thanks, Steve.
That is head coach Corey Barnett here on the Empire Fence postgame show here on the ORU Sports Network. And that'll wrap things up here from Vermillion, South Dakota. Once again, the final score, the South Dakota Coyotes 77 and the Oral Roberts Golden Eagles 69. The Coyotes now at 12-11 and even 4-4 in conference play. ORU falls to 5-18, 0-8 in conference play, and drop their 11th game in a row. And of course, that also elusive road win unfortunately runs away from ORU at the last second here yet again. So the Golden Eagles will regroup, and they'll be back in action in less than 48 hours as they take on the South Dakota State Jackrabbits up in Brookings. And the Jackrabbits coming off of a 9-point loss against the Omaha Mavericks last night. So both teams trying to get back in the win column at 2 p.m. from Brookings. You can catch the pregame right here on the ORU Sports Network at 1:40 p.m. Central Time as we bring you a Saturday afternoon full of hoops. So that'll do it for us here from the Sanford Coyote Sports Center. Big thanks to all of our sponsors for helping us put on these great broadcasts. A big thanks to our ORU Sports Network crew for making us look and sound great with each and every single broadcast. And a big thanks to all of you for making us a part of your Thursday evening festivities. This is Connor Clark saying so long from Vermillion. We'll talk to you again from Brookings, South Dakota on Saturday afternoon. You've been listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on the ORU Sports Network.